What up, everybody? What up? Welcome to the heart of Lebanon, folks. I am Anthony, coming to you with a brand new Do Not Worry stream on this lovely Monday night. It is 9:36 p.m. right here in Lebanon, coming to you from the 09 in Zoom. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week, whatever time it is, whatever time zone you're at. Welcome. Folks, I'm joining you guys alone, and Maki was supposed to be here, but he has been distracted by a ball, so he's not here. We'll try to get him a little bit later. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Who do we got in the chat? We got Toshi. We got A. We got Artful Cadence. We got Kuj Crew. Haley D. How's it going, everybody? Like the video. Like Haley D just said, like the video. Subscribe. Ring the bell if you... I've never asked people to ring the bell because I don't ring the bell when I subscribe to channels. So no pressure. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring that bell. Oh, I almost forgot to bring up my new channel, folks. Let me do that real quick. Folks, if you guys don't know, I have launched a brand new YouTube channel, folks. Do Not Worry Gaming, where, you know, not to ruin the algorithm on this channel and stuff, I will be playing video games. I'm playing like multiple times a week. I've been playing Dark Souls here. Let me put the link in the live chat and let me pin it on top of the live chat. You guys can probably also find the link in the description of this video. I think so. If not, just check the live chat. Here it is, folks. Here it is. Let me move myself. You see, I'm in the bottom corner right here because that's how I do it when I game. Can you guys see me? I think you guys can see me like that, right? Yeah. That should be looking fine. We're at 543 subscribers. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, folks. We're already more than halfway there. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you guys are into video, we're going to be playing other games other than Dark Souls, obviously. Right now, I'm just focusing on Dark Souls, but I might be introducing another game like this week. I've downloaded South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Should be a lot of fun. A bunch of other little indie games. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff over there. So if you'd like to join us, and I'm doing pretty well at Dark Souls, surprisingly. I took down 2 bosses in my last stream, the Gaping Dragon and the Capra Demon, folks. Two bosses, 1 stream. It was pretty awesome. And I'm probably going to be playing tomorrow for at least 2 to 3 hours. And my best friend, since I was a child, has been joining me. He's been on 2 streams so far. He might be joining me from time to time, playing with me, guiding me through the game. So again, Do Not Worry Gaming. Let's see if any of you guys subscribed just now. 544, one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And this was inspired, by the way. There's a 69-year-old dad who had never played a video game in his life, just recently beat Dark Souls as the first game he's ever tried, and it's a notoriously difficult game. So I'm like, if the 69-year-old dad can beat the game, I can beat the game. And I'm finally playing through it. And not only is that 69-year-old dad, not only did he beat it, he's now teaching his wife, who's also like a 60-something lady who's never played a video game in her life. He's now teaching her how to beat Dark Souls. So I have given myself the mission. I have to beat Dark Souls before that lady beats it, okay? I have to beat it before the mom beats it. So that's my mission, folks. So we ain't stopping until we destroy all of those bosses. Now, enough gaming talk, folks. You can, if you'd like to support the channel, you can consider subscribing to our Patreon, folks. Here is the link to our Patreon. There's multiple tiers on there that you guys can consider supporting, joining. We also have memberships on the channel, and I made like different membership levels to match the Patreon levels. And let me just take a second to thank our brand new patrons on the channel: Irene the Dream, who became a superhero patron, Fujoshi Cake, who recently became a blonde patron, and Fab, who became an abductee patron. Thank you so much. And like I said, you guys can also support us by becoming YouTube members or by gifting memberships and by engaging in the live chat with super chats and stuff. But you guys don't have to do any of that to support us and be supportive of the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply be here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, engage in the chat, engage in the comments, and have a good time with us. And with all that stuff down, we can get started in just a second. There's a bunch of topics that I want to talk about today, including, but not limited to, they just released the first picture of the new Harry Potter kid. Let's just spend a couple of minutes talking about that. Israelis are mad about the Superman movie because it is very anti-Israel. Ethan has apologized to Ryan Kavanaugh. We're going to watch that clip. Ethan is stalking Bad Empanada and has hired private investigators to like stalk him in Argentina. And he's also threatening more people with lawsuits, including a person on Twitter, a random anonymous person on Twitter. And some incel weirdos that we talked about on the show, Kino, Cathedral, have talked about me on their stream, on their Kick stream, no less, folks. So you guys can imagine what kind of stream is going down over on Kick. So I'm going to be reacting to their reaction to me. And if there's time at the end of the show, if the stream ends up being super short, I might react to Bad Empanada's content poop. So, and hello to members, Mitsubishi Records, AC, Khalid, Americani. Hello, guys. How's it going? Carvey just said he subscribed, or they subscribed to Do Not Worry Gaming. Well, thank you so much, Carvey. Everybody subscribe to Do Not Worry Gaming. Anyways, with all that stuff down, and by the way, we should have a fun week of streams. There's going to be some gaming on the other channel. We're going to try to do another tier list. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be just yet, but there's a bunch of fun options that we talked about last time. So stay tuned to the channel. Stay tuned for some announcements, all that good stuff. And members and patrons, look for some exclusive content coming soon. I need to work my ass off on that shit now. Anyways, let me just check how many. We got 100 of you guys in the live chat. Hello. Okay. Let us get to some of the main topics. Starting with the first picture has been released of the new Harry Potter kid. The first look at Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter in the new Harry Potter series. Filming has now begun. So, I mean, I'm not sure what to say about that. I just literally just saw this a few minutes ago. Let's look up Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter 1, 2000. Or was it 1999? So here. That was like his first photo. Let's do a quick comparison. Comparing children. Let's compare these young boys. That sounds so fucked up. Okay, let us zoom in a little bit on little Daniel Radcliffe. Let's see what vibe they're going with on the new series, huh? Definitely going for messy hair. Yo, Noah Culkin had a very funny tweet, by the way. Let me just pull that up. I should have prepped before, folks, but he just dropped it. He just dropped it. Of someone that Daniel Radcliffe looks like. No. Was it Noah? Yes, it was. Here it is. Kinda right, bro. Okay, sorry about all that. Now you guys can see what I was up to. So here's the new Harry Potter. Here he is compared to little Daniel Radcliffe. Today's segment, Detective Butts says, today's segment comparing children. Exactly. That's what this is the fun we get we get on with here on the Do Not Worry channel, folks. So here we have the 2025 version. As you can see, he's wearing a burgundy sweater. These details are important, folks. He's wearing a dark, Bordeaux, as we would say in French, burgundy sweater compared to Daniel Radcliffe's gray sweater. Also, Daniel Radcliffe's shirt is of the cream color variety. Okay, it's like an off-white creme de la creme, while Dominic McLaughlin's shirt is of a pure, cleaner white. The robes are pretty much identical. A little bit baggier right here. You got the slightly baggier robe, and the glasses, the spectacles are pretty much the same. Like, this is kind of a, if you thought that this remake was kind of pointless, this picture would do nothing to change your mind. But Noah Culkin had a tweet. He said, Maya Poet, and I didn't know who Maya Poet was, to be honest with you, until I Googled it, and Maya Poet is this individual right here. And I do kind of see it now. I do see it. The new Harry Potter looks like Maya Poet. Like a young Maya Poet. How's your hand doing, Anthony? My hand's doing a little bit better. The bone hasn't fully gone back into place. But I'm hoping to see my doctor soon and not get surgery for my hand. So here's little Harry Potter. Yeah, jumper. That's right. I should call it a jumper. The hair. Also, they've gone with the messy hair on little Dominic. A little bit more modern, a little bit more 2025. This was, like I had hair like that when I was a little boy in the 1990s. This shit doesn't fly anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know. He looks pretty dorky. I mean, Harry Potter needs to look a little bit dorky. He looks pretty dorky. He looks kind of dorky. They're little boys. You know what I mean? At least they didn't show the Hermione photo, or else the internet would have gone crazy. Is she brown? What? Not my Hermione. So, anyways, here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the segment of comparing children on the Do Not Worry podcast. The person. So yeah, there we go. 2025. Good luck. They've just started filming the show. I guess, you know what I mean? They've just begun. The show is in production, so we should be getting season 1 by like 2026. Some shit like that. Directed by Mark Mylod. Beautiful. Beautiful, folks. Good luck to that little boy. I'm sure he's not going to get harassed. And, you know, Maya Poet, good luck to you as well. Noah Culkin. Telemet. Look at all these articles. Okay. We talked about Superman being very, well, not, I mean, kind of overtly pro-Palestine. There's a country in there, a fictional country of Boravia and Jahamanpur. I forgot the name of the Palestine country. And, you know, it's a bunch of brown people getting killed by a technologically advanced nation that is trying to invade them. And it was kind of obviously, you know, wink, wink, Israel-Palestine. And a lot of people have been picking up on that. It's been going viral on Twitter. Even Hassan has been talking about it recently. But now, the Israelis have caught wind, and they're not happy, folks. Here is a funny tweet that I found on Reddit Israel. Are Israel having a normal one by Timur Hussein? This is by You Hot Minute. Thoughts on the new Superman movie? Have you all seen the new Superman movie? I find that, actually, since this person is Israeli, let me use my Israeli accent. Have you all seen the new Superman movie? I find it so disrespectful and distressing that a superhero created by 2 Jewish artists is now being used to promote anti-Israeli messages to the world. The entire story of Superman is even believed to be based on Jewish history, with strong parallel to Moshe. I can't understand how this was greenlit at a time like this with global anti-Semitism on a rise. Without giving too much away about the film, there is a highly advanced fictional country, an ally of the US, that is attacking a defenseless neighboring people who live behind the fence in order to colonize their land. Like, imagine writing this down and not, like, realizing what you're typing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can't you, by just typing that, can't you realize that you're on the wrong side of history, bro? Like, can't you realize that that's kind of fucked up? Let's read that again. Without giving too much away about the film, there is a highly advanced fictional country that is attacking a defenseless neighboring people who live behind the fence in order to colonize their land. At least he called them defenseless, living behind a fence. What do you think that is? Does that not qualify as like some kind of a fucked up genocide if they're defenseless? And aren't they prisoners if they're living behind a fence? Maki's trying to come in, folks. 1 second. Maki, I'm coming. Maki, I'm coming. Ma, we have. White little Maki has appeared on the set. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look at the camera. He is making biscuits, as he often does. Keep going, Maki. Keep going. Superman's got. Oh, little Nat has made an appearance. So now, the face-off. They're going to fight. When they get close, they usually fight, folks. I'm sorry for the detour, but this is important. Nata, don't be coming here now, Nata. Maki's following Nata. Maki, sit down. Okay, sorry, guys. We got the kitties. Well, Maki's gone now. At least just don't scratch the door to come in. So where were we? Oh, yes. The angry Israelis. So, like, yeah, they're writing, like, they're attacking these defenseless people who live behind a fence. They're also starving. This reminds us of what we're doing to the Palestinians. How dare they? Like, what? Of course, the invaders are portrayed as white while the victims are predominantly brown. And of course, if Israel speaks out against the film, it would be seen as, well, if the shoe fits. Well, if the shoe fits, bro, of course. Like, can you imagine, like, an Israeli being like, this reminds me of something. Why are you making fun of us? It's like, oh, you think what they're portraying in the Superman movie's fucked up? Is it reminding you of you and what your country's doing? Maki, don't play with the Funko Pops. So that's a really funny response. What else is there? Let me try to move myself a little bit from here. Pro-Palestinian will literally take any movie or anything else from pop culture right now and make it about whatever message they're trying to promote. Andor is just one such example of this. I wouldn't take it to heart. Andor, by the way, is a great example of that. So they're just coping right now. Unfortunately, that one of the best pieces of media in recent years and the best thing Star Wars has done in fucking decades is very much anti-colonialism, very much anti-Israel. Pro-Palestine will literally take any movie or anything else from pop culture right now and make it about whatever message they're trying to promote. Andor is just one such an example of this. I wouldn't take it to heart. They'll do this with Fantastic Four as well. Just you wait. I've seen them do it to King Caesar from Godzilla, so literally anything can be corrupted to suit the pro-Palestinian message. Well, why can't you guys fit it? If it's so easy to fit it to our cause, why can't you fit anything to fit the Israeli message? That's right, because no movies portray the genocidal state as the good guy. But I mean, what's Fantastic Four supposed to do? Is Galactus supposed to be Israel? Give me your land of Earth. It was written in the ancient texts in the cosmos that Earth belonged to me. Now give it to me, and we will call it Israel. Like, is that what you think Galactus is going to do? So, you got some angry Israelis here. Who else we got? Oh, there we go. Look at that person. Full Lingonberry says, I don't need to see that shit. If I want to see Superman, I just go to reserve duty with actual superheroes. Oh, ya Rabbi. This man wants to be with the real heroes, the IDF soldiers. Look, spit on you, motherfucker. Disgusting ass motherfuckers. IDF real heroes. Fucking murderers, fucking terrorists, bro. So yeah, this is nice to see. You know, even if the movie, and I saw another nice tweet that was like, Americans kill Palestinians and they fund their genocide, and then they make a movie where they pretend that their fictional hero is going to go save the day. So I do understand the whole how fucked up it is and how hypocritical it is for like an American-made movie to be like, look, we're pro-Palestinian, when they're like, but I mean, it's not, James Gunn isn't sending the bombs, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. I get that this whole thing is kind of meaningless and like, okay, big fucking whoop, Superman is pro-Palestine, but it's just, and even if the movie didn't intend for this to be, pro-Palestine, at least not on purpose, the fact that the audience is reacting to it that way just shows where young people are at right now mentally. You know what I mean? Everyone is completely in the fuck Israel mode, and everyone is more than happy to latch onto anything they can find to fit into their message of like fuck Israel and they're pro-Palestine. The fact that they're just looking for these things is so different than just a few years ago, so that's always encouraging to see. Let me see. Y'all got 169 of you in the live chat. Welcome everybody. Now we're gonna move on to some. There's a lot of Ethan Klein today, folks. He's kind of just been going insane on his Instagram stories and just like threatening people with lawsuits and on the podcast. So it's been a minute since we've had to talk about this, but we need to talk about it. Maki is once again going crazy. Just a second. All right. And we're going to start with a video of Ethan Klein having to make a public apology to Ryan Kavanaugh after like a lawsuit, after a legal battle that has been ongoing for like 3 to 4 years at this point. It seems to be endless. Ethan Klein has had to settle with Ryan Kavanaugh, and as part of the settlement, he has had to read this letter publicly on his podcast. It's like a 3.5-minute statement. We're going to listen through the whole thing together. And ironically, the tweet is from Gato Fumador, who is now firmly in Ethan's eyesights, in Ethan's crosshairs. He is threatening that person with, he's like shadow doxing that person, essentially. And he's threatening them with legal action as well. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But at first, let's check out their video that they uploaded about Ethan reading a statement apologizing to Ryan Kavanaugh. And yeah, then we'll talk about this a little bit more.
To turn a leaf. And it's time to turn a leaf and to close the chapter with my dear friend, Ryan Kavanaugh.
He's trying to play it off as he's not serious. You know what I mean? But he has to be somewhat serious because he can't just come up there and like make a sarcastic apology because he wants other people to do apologies for him later. You know what I mean? He wants Denims to record an apology. He wants Frogan. He wants Casey Tron. He wants all the people that he's suing to make public apologies and embarrass themselves the way he's embarrassed, the way Ryan Kavanaugh is forcing him to embarrass himself right now. So he's going to try to be a little like, oh, hey, this is kind of silly. I'm having fun. He's waving his hands around like, oh, this is, I'm having fun. This isn't very serious, but it is serious. It is serious. And he has to make it sound kind of serious. And then he's going to play it off like, oh, but I like apologizing. I did something wrong and I need to learn. But if you go back and watch all those clips and everything he said about Ryan Kavanaugh, bro, year after year after year, like, this man did not think he was wrong. And I'm sure he doesn't think he's wrong. Now, he's just sick of spending money on lawyers.
We've come to an agreement and we are parting ways. We are settling the matter amicably. And I have a statement that I've arranged. Excuse me. With my good friend.
He's nervous. You know the tics act up when he's a little bit nervous or under stress. So right now, he's literally reading a statement, an embarrassing statement. Literally, like, this is the most defeated I've ever seen Ethan. He literally has to get on camera for 4 minutes and admit that all the bullshit he said about Ryan Kavanaugh over the last 3 or 4 years was defamation, was bullshit. And but him trying to play it off like it's cool. Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's fine. I'm here. We're going to make, I'm closing one front to open another front. No, you're closing this front because it has probably been extremely expensive and you can't win because you probably did defame Ryan Kavanaugh over all those years.
That I would like to state for you now in all sincerity and to close the chapter and move right along. So here's my apology.
So he's again, look, just the hand motions in all sincerity, and let's move right along, as if he's making like some kind of like announcement to a crowd or something. I mean, which I guess he is, but like it's just the theatrics are kind of weird.
To Ryan Kavanaugh, I read to you now. To Ryan Kavanaugh, I want to offer my sincere and unreserved apology. At the time, I was led to believe you were behind a particular copyright lawsuit. Acting on that belief, I went on and attacked you publicly and persistently. In doing so, I failed to consider the personal impact.
I tried to raise his volume a little bit. Here.
Of my action. To Ryan Kavanaugh, I read to you now. To Ryan Kavanaugh, I want to offer my sincere and unreserved apology. At the time, I was led to believe you were behind a particular copyright lawsuit. Acting on that belief, I went on and attacked you publicly and persistently. In doing so, I failed to consider the personal impact of my actions. And I lost sight of the basic respect every person deserves, regardless of any dispute. That hit its home, I also understand that as a result, your Wikipedia page has been significantly altered to reflect you in a negative light. And I apologize for any involvement I had in that.
I mean, he was very involved in that. He kept hinting, if not asking his audience directly to fuck with Ryan Kavanaugh, very much indirectly in like a wink-wink kind of way. He was telling his audience to like harass Ryan Kavanaugh in every way, shape, or form, whether they were fucking with his Wikipedia or visiting the website that he made. Is it like Ryan Kavanaugh or HarveyWeinstein.com? All that sort of shit, bro. Like they literally harassed that man for years.
I apologize for ever making statements to led anyone to believe you were involved in unethical or bad business dealings. And I now know that any of those things I may have spread were not true. I deeply regret ever elevating or emphasizing that false narrative, and it was wrong of me. And I apologize. Because of the attention I placed on you, I know that you and your family became the target of harassment and hate. And truly, none of them deserved any of that.
I mean, to Ethan's credit, a lot of the shit he was saying about Ryan Kavanaugh is probably true. Like, I'm sure Ryan Kavanaugh was a slimy business guy. I'm sure he screwed over his partner. He recently, like Triller just recently screwed over a bunch of black creators. Like, they were supposed to pay them a bunch of money. And then, like, they hired them and flew them over to LA and then didn't pay a bunch of them. Like, Ryan Kavanaugh has been part of a lot of shady business dealings. And Ethan was right to call him out on a lot of those. Maybe not in the way that he did it. You know what I mean? And he went kind of overboard and very persistently. But now he has to sit there and be like, oh, Ryan Kavanaugh is such a great... And I mean, Ryan Kavanaugh is an open Zionist, so he and Ethan have found something to connect on. But the fact that Ethan has to sit here now and pretend that Ryan Kavanaugh is a great person and everything that he said about him was wrong and unfair, it is kind of funny.
The hurt that, was caused by my actions is something I take full responsibility for, and I am truly sorry for that. I also understand the harm that the negative social media and Wikipedia edits have placed on you and your business. And again, I apologize for my involvement I had in that. And I hope that any such issues can be retracted, right? And that you do not have to endure any further issues as a result of those actions. Truly. We have
good stuff right there, folks.
Since come to peace, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to move forward. You know, with this apology and with full respect, I ask that anybody who may have been acting on my behalf directly or indirectly stop immediately. Ryan and his family and his associates should be left alone now for good. And I truly mean that, guy. I mean everything I'm saying, but I really want to make sure that like we turn the page on this, you know, and we just, I'm apologizing to Ryan and we're moving forward like doves. We're dogs now. Both of us.
Little Ethan break. A little bit of Maki. What up, Maki boy? Sweet boy Maki, folks. Sweet boy Maki.
Wish to move on with our lives. And I wish Ryan and his family peace, privacy, and all the best in the future. And I do. And so there it is. And that closes the chapter of my interactions with my good friend Ryan Kavanaugh, who, you know, it's been a journey. I'm in
good friend. My good Zionist buddy.
Improving now, which is probably a bad idea, but I want to say that we're friends, we're dogs, it's all good, and I am deeply apologetic for everything that we've been through. So there it is, Ryan Kavanaugh, everybody.
Thank you.
And that's it. You guys want to talk about the Zelensky suit scandal?
And that just as if nothing happened. Hey, you guys want to talk about the Zelensky suit scandal? Forget this last 4 years I spent shitting on this guy. Hey, let's pretend it never happened. So, I mean, kind of an embarrassing moment for Ethan Klein here, getting yelled. It's like he got yelled at by his parents and had to correct the record. And I put out a tweet. I quote tweeted this apology, and I basically said this. I said, one of the reasons Ethan is suing Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron is because he hopes to embarrass them, just like Ryan Kavanaugh just embarrassed him, by forcing him to read this humiliating letter like a toddler who got scolded by his parents. Now he wants others to feel the same way. And I feel like that's definitely one of the reasons why Ethan is suing all of these people for defamation. First of all, he just lost a lawsuit. He just had to settle a lawsuit and probably pay a lot of money in legal fees and a settlement to Ryan Kavanaugh. And he probably had to pay for Ryan Kavanaugh's lawyers. I don't know how it works, but he probably just lost a lot of money and got a very public slap on the wrist. He just had to read a 4-minute apology on his show to hundreds of thousands of viewers. So he also hates Hassan. He wants to get back at Hassan. So now he's going to use everything he learned from that lawsuit. You know, he kind of saw that, you know, Ryan Kavanaugh, by using his money, by using his wealth and power, was how he was able to kind of like smack Ethan around. Now Ethan wants to become Ryan Kavanaugh. Now Ethan wants to become the Ryan Kavanaugh in the situation, and he wants to slap around these content creators and force them to read an embarrassing apology online, you know, on video. And he sees it as a way to get back to Hassan. In a way, he sees it as a way to silence his critics. Like, if you dare talk about me on YouTube, if you dare react to one of my videos, this is going to happen to you. You're going to have to read an embarrassing letter. So he's taking everything that's happened to him, the embarrassment he feels right now with Ryan Kavanaugh, and he's trying to project it onto other people. He's trying to make them go through what he has just gone through. Robibi just sent 20 seconds, says Ethan was thrust confirmed. Thank you so much for the donation, Robibi. We love you very much. And yeah, absolutely. So that is, in my opinion, exactly what Ethan is trying to do right now. So him suing Denims, Frogan, Caseytron, he's just role-playing as Ryan Kavanaugh now. And he just wants to hurt Hassan indirectly, because he can't hurt Hassan directly. He's tried. Just like a criminal, or like a criminal in a movie, like a bad guy that grabs your family hostage and like, hey, if I can't get to you, I'm going to shoot your wife and kid. Now, Ethan is threatening everyone in Hassan's orbit, in Hassan's circle, because he can't get to Hassan directly. And if he can't hurt Hassan directly, he's going to hurt the people he cares about, the people who care about him, etc. And we just lost power. Nuxolotol just sent $2 and says he also wants to sue Noah and Adam McIntyre. Yeah, he definitely wants to sue Noah Samson, which we're going to look at in a second. And power's back, folks. Power's back. So, and here, this is another crazy fucking clip, to be honest with you guys. Right now, he's talking about suing. Okay, I can't pause. Right now, he's talking about suing a bad empanada, friend of the show, good empanada, based empanada, the best empanada. And this is also a tweet by Gato Fumador, who we're going to be talking about in a second. Marina Nimes, folks, just gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership, and Milena has now become a member. Thank you so much, Marina Nimes. That's so sweet. We love you so much. This video is kind of freaky, to be honest with you, because, I mean, as you guys know, Bad Empanada doesn't live here. He lives in Argentina, and Ethan has said that he wants to go after Bad Empanada, and it doesn't matter how or where he's going to make it happen. And right after, I don't know if this, I didn't watch this episode. I don't know if this happened before or after he read his Ryan Kavanaugh apology. I'm guessing this happened after. Here's what Ethan had to say about his lawsuit with Bad Empanada.
So keep waiting. Enjoy the last moments of peace you have out there to the... I'm going to say it. Noah Samson, I didn't forget about you, scumbag. Daddy's watching and taking notes. Okay? And don't worry, you can't... Okay, you know what? And also, there's someone else special out there.
So Noah Samson, he says, Daddy's watching and taking notes. So he's reminding us that he hasn't forgotten about the Noah Samson lawsuit that is still incoming. CH, thank you for the membership. CH just gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. We love you, CH. Thank you. CH has been very helpful on my gaming channel, helping me beat Dark Souls. Let me just move my camera. It got smacked over by Maki.
That thinks that they're safe and sound, Bad Empanada. You're not. I promise you I'd find you. And a promise is a promise.
All right.
Right? You go, if someone's in Argentina, just because someone's in Argentina, they can't say and do whatever they want. That seems crazy.
How creepy is that, bro? Imagine someone telling you that he found you, like, through the internet. Look at that shit.
And,
like, you know, Bad Empanada has trolled Ethan and, like, pretends that, like, he's flying to Los Angeles and he'll make these weird, like, posts on social media. But anyone with a brain knows that he's trolling, that he's not actually going to do anything to harm Ethan. But, like, when Ethan does this shit, you know he's fucking serious. You know he's spending all of his time and money with lawyers trying to sue these Redditors. Not just Redditors at this point. People on fucking Twitter, bro. So,
Bad Empanada, you're not. I promise you I'd find you. And,
I promise you I'd find you.
Promise is a promise.
And a promise is a promise, hinting that he has found him. So is Ethan hiring private investigators to find people that are criticizing him on the internet? If he doesn't like something I say, is he going to hire a Lebanese private investigator to try to figure out where I live? Like, is that what's next? Is that what Ethan is trying to do?
All right.
Right? You go, if someone's in Argentina, just because someone's in Argentina, they can't say and do whatever they want. That seems crazy, right? Yeah, that's not exactly true. Well, maybe he flees to Australia. Well, that's even better. Maybe he's scared and he's, you know, I don't know where he might be right now, but I'm sure there's ways to find out.
I'm sure there's ways. He sounds like a mobster. Hey, I mean, I don't know where he is right now, but I'm sure I could kind of figure it out. I mean, not that Ethan Klein is intimidating at all. He just seems like an unhinged person. What's intimidating about him is the fact that he has money and the fact that he's kind of like unhinged, not in a mafioso kind of way. But, like, yeah, we can figure it out. I don't know where he's at right now, but, you know, we could kind of figure it out.
And it really is just a matter of where he is and the applicable laws and, you know, hiring a private investigator, a local private investigator to find out where he is.
Look at all the money he's spending. Like, look, like literally, that's kind of like, it's kind of a victory on Bad Empanada's end that, like, this man is obsessed with him at this point. Literally spending how much, like, it can't be cheap to hire a private investigator, bro, to follow someone around. And how fucking crazy is that shit? Like, Bad Empanada has someone following him around right now in fucking Argentina. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Because you don't like how he criticizes you on Twitter and on YouTube. Liz Felix, who's been a member for 2 months, says, fell and messed my foot up elevating and listening to Do Not Worry podcast. I'll be fine. Thanks for keeping me. Damn. Yeah, elevate your foot over your heart level. Put some ice it up, massage it. You know what I mean? Get some like good cream. Arnica cream is pretty good. Any herbal kind of cream. Maybe some tiger balm. Rub it in there. If it's just, hopefully it's just like a bruise and it's just a little bit swollen and you'll be fine. Maki, no. What are you doing? Don't do that. Oh my God. Crazy. And thank you for being a member for 2 months, Liz. We love you. Hopefully you feel better, and hopefully this is slightly entertaining.
And finding local representation, reaching out to advocacy groups and such like that. You know, being anti-Semitic, I didn't know this. In Argentina is like, for whatever reason, I don't know, is like extremely illegal.
Okay, first of all, he's accusing Bad Empanada of being anti-Semitic, and he's just stating it as if it's fact. Like, by the way, being anti-Semitic in Argentina, that's really fucked up. So first of all, Bad Empanada is not anti-Semitic. Stop conflating anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. Stop conflating Judaism with Zionism, Ethan. Not all Jews support genocide. Not all Jews love Israel. Not all Jews think that Israel should exist as a Jewish ethno-state that imprisons half of the population, okay, and that doesn't allow Palestinians to have the same rights that they do. So that's one. And it's extremely illegal, hinting that the punishment in Argentina for being anti-Semitic is really fucked up. Like, do you want Bad Empanada to be thrown inside a fucking dungeon for talking shit about you on the internet, you fucking psycho?
It's like extremely frowned upon. I think you can go to jail for being like anti-Semitic in Argentina. So if I was Bad Empanada, especially, even more than like some of these other people, I would be very concerned.
Like, what? He's literally threatening someone with jail time on fucking YouTube? Like, how is this even okay? Like, how can you fucking sit on YouTube and be like, hey, you know, first of all, he's accusing someone of being something that they're not, okay? So that's slander. He's slandering someone as being anti-Semitic and celebrating that they can go to jail for years in fucking Argentina. Like, you know what I mean? I heard that being anti-Semitic is very frowned upon in Argentina. He might go to jail for a long time. So if I were him, I'd watch what I was saying. Like, what's the difference between Ethan Klein and a fucking, seriously, like some guy in the fucking mob, bro? Or some fucking loan shark or some fucking piece of shit villain. Like, what a horrific person. What a horrific person.
I would be very concerned about where I am right now and weighing which one actually might be worse. I don't know. It might even be worse to be in Argentina trying to hide out than it might be in Australia, where I could sue you for defamation.
And now he's trying to be like, wherever you go, you're not safe. If you go to Australia, I'll sue you for defamation. You can't hide there. If you stay in Argentina, I'll sue you for being anti-Semitic and I'll get you thrown in jail for years. So he's trying to make Bad Empanada feel like he's got no choices. Like, you can't run, you can't hide from me. Ethan Klein and his private investigators and his West Bank settler lawyer are coming after you.
You know, like, I happen to know that your business is located in Australia still. So definitely can leverage, you know, I'll put a leverage on that. There's no problem. My point is, there's no problem. And the good news is, at Bad Empanada, you are the biggest. I know it's about Adam, so just stand back and stand by Adam. I just want Bad Empanada to know, scumbag. There's certain lines you cross, and you cross it with the wrong people, and that's what you did. Just wait. Just wait.
I mean, that's fucking crazy, bro. Again, I don't think Bad Empanada has anything to be worried about because, again, I don't know how effective a lawsuit in Argentina is going to be about, like, YouTube copyright stuff or defamation, whatever. Ethan is just trying to inconvenience him now and just trying to scare him, trying to intimidate him. But, like, at this point, every lawsuit that he has threatened, he's either already announced it or he's kind of, like, working on it. I'm sure he's trying to work on this Reddit one. He's working on the Noah Samson one. He's got lawsuits that are currently, you know, ongoing. He's got lawsuits that are in the oven that he's currently baking. He's investigating people with private investigators. Kind of crazy.
I can't wait for videos crying. Ethan's suing me. Ethan's stalking me. Ethan's all this. Yup, I'm doing all that.
He's not even denying it. Ethan's suing me. Ethan's stalking me. He's saying, yes, I'm doing all of that. I'm doing all, and like with his hands up in the air, very happy, very excited. out there fucking threatening people with lawsuits openly and with jail time. That's the craziest thing. Like he's threatening people literally with like financial ruin. He wants to financially ruin Casey-tron. He wants to financially ruin Frogan and Denims. He wants them to spend all of their money, all of their savings. He wants them to grovel at his feet online and apologize to him. He wants to threaten Bad Empanada with jail time. Anonymous Redditors, anonymous Twitter users, Noah Sampson. He's threatening Sean the Black again. Like, it's kind of crazy, man.
I'll see you soon. Bad Empanada, ladies and gentlemen. Thinks he's safe. Boy, that guy, he's the worst of them, by the way. So, yeah. Anywho,
So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. And kind of scary in a way that, like, again, Ethan himself isn't scary. Ethan is not intimidating, but like a rich, vindictive, bitter Zionist, that is scary. With a lot of money, you know what I mean? And with a lot of time and who's very litigious, that could be kind of nutty because he seems extremely unstable. He seems extremely unstable. And like, hey, I didn't know I could get on here and threaten people with prison time. You know what I mean? On a casual, fun podcast on a Friday night. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. So, Ethan, thank you for letting me know. Also, this is from Yeet right here. Our good friend of the show, Yeet, folks. Ethan threatening other people as well with lawsuits, making sure no one's safe.
just remember why I'm doing this. And I don't want to get sidetracked, but you know what I mean? I'm focused. And
I mean, this fucking CPS call, bro, like this thing made Ethan feel like the most fucking righteous guy on the planet. Now he feels like he's literally entitled to doing anything because CPS got called on his kid. So there's not a lawsuit he's not going to fucking start. There's not a Redditor he's not going to go after. There's not a person on Twitter that he's not going to go after because of that fucking CPS call, bro.
I'm coming. You know. And I made some promises early on. And I'm going to fulfill them all. You know, there's an order of operation. We're going down the line. If you thought I was joking, I hope those 3 copyright lawsuits put that thought to rest. Because every one of you motherfuckers that I said I'm coming for, that I hold responsible, guess what? It's only a matter of time. Don't worry. I'll get to you before the statute of limitation ends. Remember how confident Denims was? Oh, really? You're going to sue me?
I'll get to you before the statute of limitation ends. Dude has a fucking list, bro. Dude has a fucking list. And honestly, I think he would have loved to sue me if he could. He would have loved to sue me if it was more convenient for him. And we'll talk about why I don't think he's suing me in just a second.
Me? Where's the lawsuit? I'm waiting. She does like this. Well, wait's over. So keep waiting. Enjoy the last moments of peace you have out there to the... I'm going to say it. Noah Sampson, I didn't forget about you, scumbag. Daddy's watching.
Bro, he's such an asshole, man.
Daddy's watching.
He's become so fucking evil, man. Like, I really cannot recognize this person. I cannot, again, like, don't forget, guys, I'm a Fallen fan. I used to be a huge H3 fan. Like, I'm sure like 70 or 80% of you guys are in the audience. Even though this crash out has been going on for like a year and a half at this point, 2 years, I still get shocked when I see like Ethan just being a fucking evil, bitter fucking bastard like this, bro. Like, he was never like this. I really wish we could bring old Ethan through a time machine and have him watch what he's become and get his commentary, bro. Jolly, chubby Ethan, bro. So why don't I think that I'm getting sued? So at this point, I don't think I've ever been on camera and been like, hey guys, watch me and give me your money instead of watching H3. I don't think I've ever said that because that's never been my intention. My intention has been to steal H3's audience, but not like instead of people watching his live stream, I want them to watch my live stream and steal his views. I've been stealing his audience indirectly because he's been spewing Zionist shit, him and his wife. You know what I mean? Month after month after month. And then I made one video criticizing H3, and all of those ex-H3 fans started to come to my channel. When people come to watch me, it's because they don't watch H3 anymore. They've chosen to watch us instead of H3. They're not watching me. They're not watching H3 through me. I don't spend my time reacting to H3 podcasts and watching an entire podcast and be like, hey guys, let's funnel money over to my channel. That's not what's happening here. You know what I mean? I might have had some people in the comments being like, hey, I'd much rather support you than support H3, which again, doesn't incriminate anyone in any way, shape, or form. It's not like this person was about to go send Ethan a $20 super chat, but then sent it to me. They hate Ethan. They stopped watching Ethan. They're a fallen fan. So that whole assumption that like we're funneling views away, it's like, no, bro, these people have stopped watching you. Check out your podcast views. They're down like they're down 30 to 40 to 50% at times. H3 used to clear 1 million views easily. Now they get to 500,000 views on a non-drama episode. So the fact that Ethan thinks that like we're out here funneling viewers, but I mean, I think to my credit, I've never been like, hey, I'm here stealing Ethan's live views. Come give me money so he misses out on ad revenue. We've never done that on this channel. That's not what we're about. I have my own show. We have our own content. I have my own crew. I don't need to sit here and steal Ethan Klein's content. That's for one. Two, that's, I think, the bare minimum. But I spoke out twice against things that Ethan was accused of. One, when Ethan was being accused of killing his dog Shredder by feeding it cheese, I put out, like, I spoke on a video. I was like, listen, guys, like, I don't think we should be accusing Ethan of killing his dog. I had just lost my cat. I was like, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Even if he did feed his dog cheese, even if he was negligent and accidentally led to his dog's death, it was an accident. Don't be out there being like, you killed your dog. Like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, that could be traumatic to some people. Okay, losing a pet is like losing a child. That's just not something that I condone. And as someone who watched the H3 podcast for many years, I know Ethan and Hila love Shredder. So I spoke about that, and I think that made it on the H3 main subreddit. Like, look, Millhouse spoke about Shredder. Also, the CPS call. I am maybe the only person out of the anti-H3 clan that spoke out against the CPS call. Again, because just mainly for me, well, I do think it's fucked up. I mean, again, as someone who watched Ethan and Hila for many years, I know they love their kids and that they take care of their kids and that their kids are well taken care of. I don't think you need to send CPS to their house. Okay, Ethan talking about his kids getting giardia and crawling around the house and eating shit and the whole family getting giardia, extremely irresponsible on his end. He gave ammunition to a bunch of people who, if they wanted to do that and they did that, hey, like, that's between them. And I also felt like the CPS call was a huge distraction. You know what I mean? We're out here calling out Ethan and Hila for Zionism, calling CPS on their kids because of like a poop thing became an entire like distraction. It emboldened Ethan to go after people. And now anytime you wanted to criticize Ethan for something fair or something that made sense, like something like Zionist propaganda that they're spewing, he would change the conversation to CPS. The CPS calls, you came for my kids, you came for my kids. So I kind of spoke out about that. I'm like, first of all, that's fucked up. We shouldn't be out there trying to get people's kids taken away from them. And also, it's just a massive distraction. Even if Ethan was a horrible parent and they should get their kids taken away from them, like, it's not, as a viewer, it's not my job to like look after his kids right now or anything like that. Not that if they were badly taken care of course we should get involved, but like, they're not badly taken care of. So the fact that I think I spoke, and again, the H3 subreddit was like, Millhouse spoke about CPS. He did more to support Ethan than like all these other people. So I think those, and if that's the only reason, like if that's enough, me speaking out against Shredder and CPS, that's kind of crazy. Also, another point, I live in Lebanon. You know what I mean? I think that adds a level of complication to being sued. Now, Bad Empanada lives in Argentina. That doesn't seem to be stopping Ethan, but maybe in Ethan's mind, Bad Empanada is a much bigger threat to him. He's a much bigger creator. He can get a lot more publicity, a lot more content by suing Bad. Like, if Ethan announces that he's suing me, I have like 6,000 followers on Twitter. I'm not a big deal. I'm not a big deal on YouTube. No one's going to care. You know what I mean? Everyone that he's suing is big enough to make a splash online, like Frogans, Denims, Casey Tron. These are people with big followings. They've been making content for years. So he doesn't even think like there's much to gain for him in suing me. Probably, you know what I mean? And again, I live in Lebanon. Like, what is he going to... I've always joked that he's going to use one of AB's cousins or AB's family members to, like, serve me papers or something. Or he can actually get one of AB's cousins to stalk me. You know what I mean? To follow me around. Private investigator. They can get my name. We know where you live, Anthony. Millhouse. We know where you live, Millhouse. We know where you work. So am I going to get threats like that? Am I going to be, you know... But if... even me just talking about this, even me just thinking like, here's why Ethan won't sue me. And if he hears this, he might decide to sue me just to fuck with me and just out of spite. So who the fuck knows? But I mean, I would think it would be a massive waste of time trying to like, the legal system in Lebanon doesn't even work. Like, if he wants to sue me here, bro, good luck. Ain't nobody working. Good luck finding a judge that's taking a case. Good luck getting a court date. All that sort of shit, bro. I know people that are owed millions of dollars that are trying to take people to court and it's not happening. So the chances of me getting sued are very low. Plus, also, the optics. I think, not that Ethan cares about optics at this point. I think he and Hila have completely given up on on what looks good or bad online, but suing an Arab guy, like suing a Lebanese guy who's being bombed by Israel and who just a few months ago was being bombed by Israel, would just look extra bad. Like, not that Ethan cares, but like really, like suing an Arab who lives in Lebanon, who's criticizing you in a justified manner for all these Zionist shit that you're saying. Suing me would be kind of extra shitty and extra petty, I feel. So I think he's also kind of like, he's just not going to do that. Dizzle McFizzle sends $2 and says, I don't believe CPS even came. I don't trust Ethan. I mean, that's also a theory online. I don't know, bro. I think it might have happened, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. Noxulato sends another $2 and says it's probably the housekeeper because she got fired. Yeah, that's a very popular theory, that the housekeeper is the one who reported them to CPS, which, I mean, hey, if she did, could be pretty fair. But I mean, I think that's why I'm not being sued, to be honest with you guys. I think I'm just slightly more calm. And again, I got nothing. Imagine he announces that he's suing Millhouse. Is that going to get any traction? And he doesn't think I'm that much of a pain in his asshole. Like, he thinks that Bad Empanada's channel has grown a lot thanks to Ethan. Bad Empanada's videos are huge. Anytime he drops a clip from one of his lives, it's getting between 20 to 40 to 50 to 60,000 views. Bad Empanada's doing great. So Ethan also wants to stop his momentum. He wants to show other people that, like, hey, you can't be successful on YouTube by shitting on me. You can't be successful on YouTube by criticizing me all the time. And if you're going to do that, I'm going to get in the way and I'm going to threaten you. So again, he's just trying to make people think twice before criticizing him. Before reacting to any of his content. Am I going to get sued for defamation? Am I going to get sued for copyright infringement? What is Ethan going to sue me for? He's crazy. And that's what he wants you to think. He wants you to think, look at him. He wants you to think that, like, yeah, there's no mountain I won't climb to, like, fucking come after you. He's making it very clear that that's what he intends to do. So, kind of crazy. Elena has just become a Do Not Warrior. Elena, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. We love you so much. Thank you for the support. It means a lot, especially now that I'm streaming full-time, folks. Streaming is now my full-time job. So, hey, guess what, Ethan? You can't get me fired. So, yeah, that's kind of insane, to be honest with you guys. And like I said, there's a lot of Ethan today just because of... Just one sec. We've been streaming for almost an hour now. Also, let's see. Also, remember that video from a couple of days ago where Ethan and Hila got stopped by...
It's so crazy to me that how...
They got stopped by dating and money in the street. They're like, hey, are you guys pro-Palestine? Ethan was reacting to that in the video. By the way, he didn't mention once the fact that he said from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. He didn't mention the hypocrisy of him saying that that's not okay to say and that he thinks that that's a genocidal line. And him saying that in the video, they never mentioned it. But this is what he was shocked about. Look at that.
Hold on, you were in the West Bank. You used to go in people's houses in the middle of the night?
No, she's a secretary. It's so crazy to me that how everybody's heard this.
So that's the part where the guy asks her, like, hey, didn't you go raid houses and stuff?
What about you? You were in the IDF. Wait, hold on, you were in the West Bank. You used to go in people's houses in the middle of the night?
No, she's a secretary. It's so crazy to me that how everybody's heard this story now.
I know.
Oh, bro, you were raiding people in the IDF and the West Bank? It's like, how did that evolve into that?
Bro, honestly, good job, Twitter. Good job, TikTok. Good job, Internet. He's literally like, how do people know? How did that story make it? Bro, everybody knows that story now. Your wife... Hila is known as the raider of Ramallah. Ethan, I went into that home. It was late at night. I was bored as a secretary. I decided, I'm like, hey, can I go in the Humvee? Can I join your boys? Do your boys have extra room in the Humvee? I kind of want to go and see what's going on in this house in Ramallah. So everybody knows, Ethan. The world knows Hila as the raider of Ramallah. It's like, how do they know? How does that story has traveled? Like, yeah, bro, it's been a fucking year and a half of people pumping out fucking content, reminding the world. And you know what's crazy, bro? Hila was forced. I mean, she could have gone to jail and not gone to the IDF, but like, we get it. Mandatory conscription. She was young. She was brainwashed. The fact that she's never spoken out against what she did, bro. It could be so fucking easy for her to sit down one day on set, on the podcast, and be like, you know what? I kind of, looking back on it, I feel bad, Ethan. I feel bad. We went to this house. The kids were scared. I thought we were doing something right. I thought that they were a threat. Ethan, I thought they were actually terrorists. And I believed the propaganda, and I went, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, Ethan. Now I see them as humans. Now I see the Palestinians as people. And it was wrong. You know, it was dehumanizing, and I shouldn't have done it. I was young. I was naive. Just fucking say that. How hard is it to say that? But she's not even willing to say that. No, she wants to post Instagram stories about how the IDF women are heroes because the women are allowed to be pilots and bomb Iranians. Heroes. When she could so easily just be like, hey, I fucked up. I was young. I was naive. I was looking for adventure. It was misguided. I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm older now. I know better. I'm seeing the atrocities that are happening. And I'm sorry. I just wanted to speak out. And if it seemed like I was proud of what I was doing, and if I was talking about it very nonchalantly, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. That would be so fucking easy, bro. But they refuse to do that. They just refuse to do that. And she refuses to reckon with her past. A Polish pusher sends $5 and says, I just want to shout out the work Mohsen is doing in Gaza. Proud to be a member of the DNW community where we make a real impact in the world. By the way, we're going to be doing a full-on fundraiser episode for Mohsen. We got some awesome... Haley and Harley have reached out on Discord. I need to get back to you guys. We're going to do a full-on fundraiser for Mohsen. We love Mohsen. He's fucking... The fact that he's been able to survive in Gaza, bro, is enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Haley D... Speaking of Haley, just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. W's in the chat for Haley. Haley, we love you so much. Thank you so much. Seriously, we really love all of you guys. We support... thank you guys for supporting us. So, just insane shit, honestly. Refusing to reckon with anything. Maki's trying to come in. Come here, man. Okay. What else we got to talk about today? Ethan also just, bro, he never stops. He's going after Taylor Lorenz, Bad Empanada. Now he's fuming over Hassan Minhaj doing like a collab with Hassan Piker. Some prime Maki footage, folks. Sweet little Maki boy. Sweet little Maki boy. Getting cozy. Oh, man, I just want to snuggle up right next to him, if I'm honest. If I'm honest with you guys. Who wants to record a podcast when I could just sit with him? Make little biscuits. Okay. So. Here. Again, Gato Fumador, man. Gato, I mean, I get why Ethan wants to... I don't get it, but like, you know, Gato is pretty fucking relentless and has like some pretty banger tweets about Ethan. So... Ethan has taken notice. We're going to talk about that in a second. And Gato, like, is someone that I follow. Like, I think they're a great Twitter follow. I think they're a great person on Twitter, like, to be honest with you guys. So, Ethan Klein is throwing a hissy fit over Hassan Minhaj not sharing in his obsessive Islamophobic delusions. Ethan shares this clip and says how cool Hassan Minhaj is another mainstream personality doing zero due diligence to ensure they are not endorsing literal Hamas terrorist mouthpieces. So cool. He's so fucking jealous, bro. He's so petty. He's so jealous of Hassan living his best life, being successful, while Ethan is just petty and unhappy and angry in his multi-million-dollar mansion instead of enjoying family time with his kids, with his wife. He's out. He gets fucking tattoos of his kids, tattoos of his wife, but he doesn't actually spend any fucking time with them. You know what I mean? Allegedly. Imagine seeing this clip and being fucking and seething at this.
What is up, everybody? Hassan Piker here. Shout out to all the Hassanabis. Today is Friday. It's 85 degrees. We're in New York City. It's a beautiful day. Hope you're having a great Friday over there.
You know, like how he makes fun of Anissa and he shares like the tweet from Euphoria. Like, I'm actually like really happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. That's kind of Ethan. Like, he's always seething. He's angry at Bad Empanada. He's angry at Hassan. He's angry at Anissa. He's angry at Taylor Lorenz. Like, do you even have time to be happy in between all of these angry messages and Instagram stories and like, fuck this person, fuck this person? Like, when are you happy, bro? When are you happy? Jesus.
It's 1:18 p.m. Eastern Time. 10:18 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Happy Friday. Jummah Mubarak, everybody. That was Young Cardamom for the intro.
That was amazing. That was perfect.
Anyways, Choki sent five euros and said, "Hi, Anthony and everyone. I've got a broken hand, so I can't type and write while I'm listening." Choki, everybody send well wishes in the chat for Choki. Choki, salam tak. What happened to your hand, man? Keep it iced up. You're reminding me of, we have another injured person in the chat today. Ooh, Kelly Morales, sorry, Kelly, I missed your live chat. Kelly Morales sent $2 and said, "I think Ethan has always been this way in private." Oh, I'm sure. We're finally getting the public face of Ethan, the private face, but in public. Thank you so much, Kelly, for the live chat. We never miss super chats. If I ever do, it is always an accident, folks. Salim tak Choki. Take good care. MS sends $5 and says, "I cannot believe I ever watched H3 podcast. At least I never sent them money. Meanwhile, I've sent DNW at least $15 by now. Thank you." Oh, well, MS, we appreciate your $15 so much. I never sent any, so I supported H3 by buying a whole bunch of Teddy Fresh. I'm very ashamed. I still have a lot of that stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. Part of me wants to sell it, but it's like, do I even want to sell that stuff in Lebanon? I've given some of it away. I've sold some of it, and I have a whole bunch of it, but I spent a lot of money on Teddy Fresh over the years. That is something that I definitely regret. And I became a YouTube member once or twice when the first Creator Clash was happening and AB had his first fight. They were doing a members-only live reaction to the Creator Clash fight. So I subscribed and became a member just so I can watch them reacting to AB's fight. Like, that's how much of a fan I was, yo. And yeah, that's how I supported them over the years. But we kind of funded some of these lawsuits, you know what I mean? Like, we gave Ethan money by watching his show, engaging with his content, buying Teddy Fresh, buying merch, becoming members, all of that. We gave them the money that they're now using to fucking sue their ex-fucking fans, bro. How crazy is that shit? Insane. And by the way, anyone who's sending super chats, seriously, thank you guys so much for the support. Really, really means a lot. You know, you guys are awesome. Just making sure we're all good. The connection seems good. Stream settings. Let me check the stream health. Stream health is doing good. So anyways, Ethan Klein, folks, has not stopped losing it. And finally, speaking of Gato Fumador, I'll say it, like, friend of the show. I've never met them, obviously. They're an anonymous person on Twitter, but they've always been very nice to me on Twitter. They've always put out like banger tweets about Ethan, and they are now being eyed, and they are in Ethan's crosshairs. Let me bring up a bunch of these Instagram stories because they're kind of disturbing in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, him going after Redditors was already kind of fucked up. Anonymous Redditors. But right now, like, threatening someone on Twitter, bro, is kind of crazy. So here, let's go through. Again, this is someone that I follow on Twitter. So this is part 1 of Ethan's story. Many of you have seen this Twitter user, Gato Fumador, because of his obsession with us and the depravity of his attacks. He is frequently retweeted by the likes of Hassan Piker and Taylor Lorenz as part of their defamation campaign. The fact that he calls it a defamation campaign, they're literally, at this point, it's self-defense. It's literally self-defense. Ethan has been attacking Hassan nonstop. He's been attacking Taylor Lorenz nonstop, each for a different amount of time. So anytime they criticize Ethan or they're talking about him, it's literally fucking self-defense, Ethan. It is not a you are defaming them. You are the one who's doing a defamation campaign. They will signal boost his more sane tweets to make sure everyone sees his depraved takes. They have RT or they have retweeted or commented hundreds of times. Unfortunately, being an internet fall guy has its downside, specifically the most obvious, being held responsible. So now Ethan wants to hold all these anonymous internet people responsible. Marina Nimis, the lovely Marina Nimis, who we love, says Teddy Fresh belongs in a flea market in Su'ul Ahad. You know what? I should take it to Su'ul Ahad. I should use them as rags and like clean my toilets with them, ultimately. You know what I mean? There's just some t-shirts that I genuinely do like that I can't give them up, but I can't wear them. So, Ethan, and he highlighted this tweet from Gato Fumador that says, the entire reason Ethan and Ela are rebooting this incredibly embarrassing skull false flag is they're hoping they can exploit the dead Israeli diplomats to say, see, we really are in danger. Seems somewhat coordinated. Okay, wait. Part 2. Then he says, for the longest time, these attack dogs, so I guess he's calling them, like, he's saying that Gato is a Hassan Piker attack dog. For the longest time, these attack dogs have operated with impunity, relying on their anonymity to protect them. They revel in their impunity, uttering things a public person never would, specifically persistent defamation of the worst and most brazen kind. This was Gatto's tattoo about Ethan. Gatto's tweet about Ethan's tattoo. Ethan Klein's new tattoo. The greatest thing a man can do for his children is to love their mother. Such a bizarrely transactional message, like something a guy gets in a last-ditch effort to save his marriage before murdering his entire family. Like, bro, this is clearly like a random troll tweet. To call this tweet depraved, first of all, everybody knows it's a horrible tattoo. Even Ela thinks it's a horrible tattoo, Ethan. So, like, come on. Your wife hates it. We're all allowed to hate it. That's de un. 2, nothing about this tweet is depraved. It's kind of funny, bro. It's just a weird fucking random tweet, bro. Okay? Chill out. But then he continues. He says, there are a handful of attack dogs that operate similarly on Twitter for the benefit of Hassan Piker and Taylor Lorenz. So it's like it's a coordinated operation, folks. It's a coordinated operation, and we're all working together. A Polish pusher asks, could Hila be prosecuted as a war criminal? Possibly. I don't think so, since she's been mostly a secretary. You know what I mean? I don't know if she could be prosecuted for that raid. I don't know. That's a good question. I think maybe the statute on limitations on her has like run out, but I think everyone who's currently serving in Gaza, like right now, who has been serving in Gaza since like 2020 to today, should definitely be prosecuted as a criminal. There are a handful of attack dogs that operate similarly on Twitter for the benefit of Hassan Piker and Taylor Lorenz. They know who they are. I have the time and money to find each and every one of you. Again, Ethan's like Ryan Kavanaugh God complex. Now, I have the time and money to reach each and every one of you. So you're not safe. Doesn't matter if you live in Argentina. Doesn't matter if you're an anonymous Twitter user with a cat for a display photo. Ethan is going to come after you. He doesn't care. He's going to spend all of his time and all of his money to get revenge. They know who they are. I have the time and money to find each and every one of you. As you have reveled in your anonymity as a means to defame me and attack my family and children, I now revel in shining a light into the pathetic corner of the internet where you exist. I am coming for all of you. In the meantime, so okay, I skipped one. He doxed their name. D, you'll be hearing from me, more from me soon. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, E. Klein. Let me try to see where the other photo is. Okay, so that was the one I actually had to read. So in today's age of rapidly improving technology, boom. So in today's age of rapidly improving technology, anonymity is nearly impossible to maintain, even for a throwaway Twitter account. For example, the operator behind this account is a 37-year-old single male who is currently unemployed and living with his parents, named DB. You don't need to know his name. He just needs to know that I do. So, okay, so in today's age of rapidly technology, anonymity is nearly impossible to maintain, even for a throwaway Twitter account. So again, who did Ethan hire to figure out who this person is? What kind of fucking hacking or online stalking did Ethan do to figure out and track down who this person is? And whose help did he use? A lot of people are accusing Dan Saltman on Twitter. The creepy, disgusting Dan Diddy Saltman. And Zionist. So you don't need to know his name. He just needs to know that I do. Again, this is like a power play. Like, I know who you are. I can dox you. I can ruin your life in a second. So don't you dare fuck with me. Don't you dare talk about me. Literal fucking mob shit. Literal fucking blackmailing on YouTube. And I don't know how YouTube is allowing this to happen. I really don't know. Ethan must have some really good fucking connections there. This person is clearly down and out, and it's a shame that instead of improving his life, he's dedicating all his time and energy into snarking strangers on the internet. Now, as a result of his unforgivable attacks on my family, unforgivable attacks, folks, a random fucking person on Twitter who you can ignore by simply fucking muting, bro. If you think that Gato Fumador's tweets have like negatively impacted your financial bottom line, you are insane, Ethan. You are insane. Everything that is happening is a consequence of the things that you have said and done on your podcast. Someone calling you out for being a Zionist is not an unforgivable attack on your family, bro. That is insane. That is insane. And the people celebrating Ethan doing this, like, yeah, fuck yeah, Ethan, go get him. If all of these precedents that Ethan is setting are going to come and bite you in the fucking ass, so stop fucking celebrating, you idiots. Now, as a result of his unforgivable attacks on my family, his outlook is even more bleak. He's facing down a lifetime of soul-crushing debt and litigation. He doesn't have a wage now, but if he ever does crawl out of his mother's yellow-walled basement, I will be garnishing every cent he earns for the rest of his life. Bro, we are in Lex Luthor fucking comic book villain, evil fucking person territory, man. Like, he is reveling. Like, first of all, he's threatened, and he's already reveling in the idea that Casey Tron is going to be in financial debt and financial trouble trying to pay for, like, whatever legal fees she has with Ethan and all that bullshit. He's already happy about that. But now he's reveling about a random Twitter user's dire financial situation. He's facing... Look at that. He's facing down a lifetime of soul-crushing debt and litigation. He doesn't have a wage now, but if he does ever crawl out of his mother's yellow-walled basement, I will be garnishing every cent he earns for the rest of his life. Have you seen, like, these fucking movies where there's, like, the rich asshole who's a fucking dick the whole movie, then someone fucking is about to punch him, he's like, if you touch me, I'll sue you, and, like, you won't be able to go pee, you know, without paying me a restitution or some shit. And then the guy fucking punches him in the face anyways. Ethan Klein has become that guy. He's become the guy in a suit in the movie, and the fucking obnoxious guy, you know, if they're like hiding from fucking zombies, you know what I mean? Ethan will be the rich fucking obnoxious dude that tries to buy everyone out. And at the end, after being a fucking dick, someone punches him in the face. He's like, if you touch me, I'll sue you and you won't afford to fucking see your daughter again. It's like Ethan has become that person, threatening to ruin people's lives and put them in financial ruin over tweets. Like, that's fucking insane, bro. Like, say what you will about anyone, bro. Say what you will about any of your haters, Ethan. No one has gone this fucking far to ruin someone's life. And he keeps saying CPS, but CPS, bro, no one, like, who the fuck called CPS, bro? It literally could have been your fucking housekeeper, your fucking doctor. No one fucking knows. So he just waves around the CPS thing as a reason to fucking sue anyone he fucking likes. Anyone he dislikes, he uses the fucking CPS fucking umbrella. Crazy shit, bro. Seriously. So, then he says, so that was the next one he put out. You know, there are a handful of attack dogs that operate similarly on Twitter. I now revel in shining a light into the pathetic corner of the internet where you exist. I am coming for all of you. In the meantime, D, you'll be hearing from me, more from me soon. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, E. Klein. Then he shares this. Gato Fumador wrote on Twitter, oh yeah, as long as I'm privated, I might as well admit to being the person who started both RH3 Snark and R Leftovers H3. And I'm also a mod over at Faux-Moi. Now, I have no idea if... I'm guessing Gato Fumador is joking. He's fucking with Ethan. He's baiting Ethan. You know what I mean? Like, hey, might as well, now that I'm private, not only am I shitting on you on Twitter, I also started these two Snark subreddits that you hate. I don't know if it's fucking true. I'm guessing that he's trolling. But Ethan, either way, took the bait. It's like, looks like I've already got you in 3 fully drafted and filed lawsuits then. 3. He's got 3 other lawsuits at the very least. He's what? Like, he's got maybe 2 lawsuits against 2 Redditors. He's got the Noah Samson lawsuit. Now he wants to sue Gato Fumador. Bad Empanada. He's got at least 3 to 5 more lawsuits in the works right now. How fucking insane is that, bro? How much money? Like, bro, put that money aside for your kids, for their college fund, whatever the fuck, bro. Stop wasting money. This is losing you more audience members. You're hurting yourself more in the long run. Robibi sends another 20 seconds, says, Ethan is YouTube Karen. Worse than that, Ethan has become Robo Karen, like the ultimate, the most evil form of Karen. Like, seriously, unhinged stuff. Oh, and then this final tweet. He said, D, remember not to erase anything. Spoliation would look very bad to a judge. Well, he didn't delete any tweets. They just went protected. They just protected their account. And yeah, so Ethan is now, not only is he threatening, you know, Noah Samson, Bad Empanada, and he's got Denim's, Casey Tron, and Frogan. He's also got Redditors and people on Twitter. Random people on Twitter. Kind of crazy, to be honest with you guys. Kind of insane. But we have 300 of you guys watching live right now. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And he's going after Taylor. I'm not covering the Taylor stuff because it's like nonstop and I don't want to give it too much attention. But yeah, it's been kind of nutty. Moving on, folks. Last week, I mentioned these 2 guys, Kino. I don't know if they're called Kino Casino or Kino Cathedral. I'm confused. But I tweeted out that I was playing some Dark Souls earlier in the week, and someone replied with like a screenshot of their stream on Kick where they were like talking about me. So we're gonna go check that out real quick and see what these dumbos had to say. But first of all, don't forget to subscribe to Do Not Worry Gaming. The link is pinned in the live chat, folks. We're at 548 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Do not forget to subscribe. Let me see if the link is in the description of the video, actually. Because if not, I think I should add it. Give me a second, folks. Give me a moment. Yep, it is in there. It is in there. So subscribe to the channel, folks, if you're into gaming. Before we get into... You imagine these fucking idiots, bro? I just lost a subscriber at 547. God damn. Anyways, so here is their live stream. Let me see where I come up. Okay, here we go. We got Rush Limbaugh Jr., and
Never watched that shit.
Matt Walsh wannabe. Okay, let me know if these guys are pretty loud. So these, by the way, this is Ethan's new audience. These guys hate iDubbbz. These fucking freaks, bro. I don't know what the fuck to say about them. Like this, look, I don't want to make fun of people's looks. You know what I mean? But like, I might say some mean things, depending on how mean they get. So Kino Casino.
Shit.
All right, folks.
And by the way, they're streaming on Kick. So I mean, if that doesn't fucking say it all already, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you're streaming on Kick, you're already kind of washed. It's kind of problematic, isn't it? The home of anyone, where everything goes on Kick. You want to be an anti-Semite? Come on over. You want to be Islamophobic? Come on over to Kick.
It's time to beg for even more money. Hallelujah.
Let me know if their audio's okay.
Grift. Are you guys ready for another 10-minute filler section?
We gotta talk about Millhouse.
We're gonna talk about Millhouse, buddy. I don't even know who this guy is.
Bro, I don't know.
Millhouse.
I don't know who the fuck you are. You think I know who the fuck you are, bro? Little Rush Limbaugh and Matt Walsh, little lookalikes over here. I literally clicked Creator Clash 3 is canceled, and your video was one of the first ones that came up. Because you guys hate iDubbbz and Anissa quite a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about you guys. I don't even know what the fuck your names are, bro. But let's keep going. Also, Rush, my guy. Easy on the cheeseburgers, my man.
Responded. You told me. I'm like, who?
Yeah, you were like
for him, this was like the most important day of his life. For the Kino Casino, it was Wednesday. It was the Wednesday show months ago.
He gave a trigger warning about us.
Trigger warning about us. Did I give? I think it was a trigger warning about their voice. It was like for people listening with headphones. I'm like, watch out. This is gonna be very loud. So like, turn down your speakers. And bro, I don't give a. You guys didn't even talk about me. I talked about you guys talking about iDubbbz. You guys didn't make my fucking day, bro. This is so fucking stupid, bro. Can you believe I'm wasting my fucking time, bro? I'm what the hell? You know what I mean? Lowering my fucking level to talk about these two fucking clowns. Little fucking Rush Limbaugh and Matt Walsh wannabe.
You watched this for 5 seconds and got mad. And he goes Hassan's more.
Shall we show it?
You want to show it? Yeah. Let's start.
When's the last time you gentlemen touched a breast? I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Kino Casino, bro. Put down the burger buns and try to go for some, like, I don't know, man. Men, women, whoever you're at, bro. But, like, you got to interact with someone. You know what I mean? You got to do some movement, bro. Put down the burger buns, bro. Okay? It's not good for your health, my man.
Start with that. Where is he? Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's check it out.
For whatever reason, this gentleman is going by the title of Millhouse. Why he chose that for his digital handle, I'm not really sure.
Wait, is that true though?
Yes.
Wait, chat. Is that like a nickname that haters made for him, or is this his name?
People are saying he's choosing a Simpsons name. Apu would have been more fitting.
Ooh,
Oh,
he does look.
So, okay, so yeah, they think I chose the name Millhouse. They think I go by the name Millhouse, but they're saying the name Apu is more appropriate. We're going for some anti-Indian humor. There we go. We're going for some racism right now. Apu. Doesn't he look more like Apu? Listen, guys, you know, I love all my viewers here. And if you're a little overweight, none of what I'm saying here applies to you. But god damn it, boy. You are calling me Apu? And you look the way you do, bro? Come on, man. Come on.
Like what I leave in the toilet bowl, doesn't he?
I don't know. Nufo doesn't like body shaming. Listen, guys. I mean, look. People are attacking me. They're attacking the Indian. They're attacking Indians as a whole. I'm allowed to call this guy, you know, a fat piece of shit if I want to. I'm sorry. You know.
Can you believe they said that?
Wait, does he wear blue to look like Milhouse?
Look like Milhouse. He thinks that he's Milhouse.
Oh my! You know,
Alright, so
Milhouse
watch
is the
this.
worst character. He's the most like annoying loser.
This is the Kino Casino coming into contact with a side.
Oh my god, does he wear blue? Because he's like, bro, Matt Walsh, what the fuck, bro? Milhouse doesn't even wear blue, bro. Milhouse doesn't even wear blue, my guy. Oh my god.
Of the internet that it was
Doesn't he wear, like,
never meant to
purple?
come into contact.
He wears like lilac and like red shorts, and he has blue hair. Dumbass, blue hair.
Yeah.
This guy's fucking just hit play. This fucking I just lazy.
Oh yeah, we got these fucking freaks.
Okay, buddy. He's
Oh
mad.
man.
I like how just we.
Bro, what the fuck is this, dude? This is what Americans watch? This is what Americans are streaming on Kick? This fucking dude, look, I mean, Kino Casino's set kind of looks nice, though. He's kind of recreated a set into a mini little casino. That kind of looks nice, though. Matt Walsh, I don't know what the fuck he's doing up there. But the bottom one, Big Boy, Rush Limbaugh. I don't hate the set, actually.
By the way, he doesn't watch our segment or anything. It's just a promo video.
He just finds the promo video on YouTube and takes it really, really seriously. Like this is an existential threat to democracy or something. And the online
Existential threat to democracy or something? Like, what the fuck, bro? Jesus Christ, man, you need to clear out your fucking system a little bit. Your body's working quadruple overtime to pump air into through your vocal cords so you can voice something, bro. Give your body a break. Give your body a chance, my guy. Give your body a break. You're making it very hard for yourself to even speak. Do you want Matt Walsh to host the show all on his own if you're gone? It won't be the same without you.
left is being destroyed. It's hit play.
Before we get into H3. These are the kinds of people that are celebrating. Like, this is why, that's why I'll never be able to celebrate Creator Clash going away. Look at these people. IDubbbz forced to sell house. Creator Clash dead. H3 lawsuit. DSP crisis. So this is from a channel called Kino Cathedral.
I wish he read Ralph the Gimp.
Oh, it's over Ralph the Gimp for whatever.
Okay. And Walker sends $3 Canadian and says, "Don't debase yourself over these pathetic losers." Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm just happy they're talking, bro. It's like whatever the fuck, bro. I'm just shocked to discover this. Who the fuck sent? H3 fans watch the show all the time, so I'm guessing some H3 Reddit dude was like, "Hey, go react to this guy." I don't even know what the fuck they talk about. I know they talk about IDubbbz and Anissa a lot, and I know that they literally live react to IDubbbz and Anissa's podcast is what I've seen from them.
Reason he's gun guarding Andy. He's gun guarding.
Gun guarding.
Look at these
fact
dudes.
that he plays the video and it's just the most autistic screeching imaginable, and then he proceeds to virtue signal about it, about how America is going down the shitter because everybody is because of us. Yeah.
Celebrating the death of Creator Clash. A trigger warning for their voice.
A trigger warning. The trigger warning. Yeah.
We did it, folks.
A trigger warning for we did it, bro. It's just your fucking voices. I'm telling people to turn down the volume because of you fucking dumbass monkeys. Oh my god. This is what I got myself into, folks. I get into American YouTube. I get myself involved with American YouTubers. This is the level of human that I have talking about me now and commenting on me. These fucking monkeys, bro. These fucking dumbass monkeys. My god, bro. The descendant of the king of Assyria has to deal with these fools? Motherfuckers?
This guy's so mad.
He's horrified at what he swings. He's like, how can they be so happy?
He's so
No,
mad.
it's not right. They can't laugh at Anissa's misfortunes. No.
Bro, come on, man. Dude, I mean, I'm not... Look, this is going to sound too mean. I'm not going to say it. But, like, I mean, if you need one of those Walmart, like, tractors, you know what I mean? Those, like, if you're too big to walk around a Walmart, bro, like, don't be making fun of me. I'm sorry, man. Don't be making fun of anyone. You know what I'm saying? If you're too big to leave your house, and if you can't walk around a supermarket without a little car, my guy, don't be making fun of anyone. Anyone's looks. Don't be making fun of Indians. Don't be making fun of other cultures. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be a dick. And if that sounds mean to anyone watching, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But, like, just looking at this guy, I can't help it. Okay, I gotta be honest with you guys. The dude is humongous. He's huge, okay? There's being overweight, and then there's being, like, fucking completely negligent. So... not just negligent, it's like being a fucking... just fuck him, okay? If he was nice, I would feel bad for him, but he's not, so I don't feel bad for him at all. I'm glad you're struggling with your weight, you piece of shit.
It's Christmas.
Oh, he's doing in rage and anger.
Mobility scooter, that's right. Sorry, guys. If someone needs a mobility scooter to walk around a Walmart, you know what I mean? You got bigger fish to fry, bro. Literally, in his case. But, like, come on, bro. Mobility scooter Rush Limbaugh Jr. And again, I'm sorry this is mean, folks. You know what I'm saying? I completely admit this is kind of mean. But you got to fight fire with fire sometimes. Hey, shit. This guy's fucking face, look at how filled with glee they are.
This guy's like, I wish I could feel that happy about it.
This guy's fucking face, look at how filled with glee they are.
This guy's like, I wish I could feel that happy about anything. Ever since Trump got elected, my penis doesn't work, so I'm sad.
Bro, don't... Penis doesn't work. Again, mobility schooler Rush, bro. Shut up, bro. Okay? You can't even see your own dick standing up, bro. I challenge you. Can you even see your toes standing up? I challenge you. Look down. Can you see your penis? No, you can't. Okay, so shut the fuck up, bro.
It's so funny.
It fills me with just incredible glee. Just so much satisfaction.
How could they be happy?
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! And don't it feel good? Yeah. Creator Clash canceled. Woo!
Creator Clash, a charity event, has been
It
canceled.
wasn't a charity
By
event.
the way, the biggest lie ever. There was no money raised for charity,
Shut
and
the
nothing to do with the.
Bro, again, this whole fucking Creator Clash 1 raised over $1 million for charity. Creator Clash 2, sure, didn't raise any money for charity. Then iDubbbz did a separate fundraiser, raised a couple $100,000, like I think $100,000 for charity. And now Creator Clash 3, even though the event is canceled, they still managed to raise over $200,000 with the help of Hassan. So they're raising money for charity, bro. You can make a for-profit event that is still a charity event. You can make a for-profit anything that is still encouraging people to donate to charity. You want to make a free boxing event where you don't pay boxers for getting punched in the face? You want to get on a fucking boxing ring and get punched in the face? A mobility scooter Rush right here, bro? You want to get hit in the face for no money? Go for it. Every boxer should be fucking paid for putting their life on the line for entertainment and for putting their work on the side to train for months and months and months to fight, bro. There's got to be an exchange of money somehow. So stop it with this fucking stupidity. You fucking buffoons. Monkeys, bro.
Boxing event, just fact check alert. Actually, none of the ticket sales and none of the pay-per-view went to charity.
Yeah.
So you can't call it a charity event. It was an event with a charity link. Okay? Yeah. That's what it was, Millhouse. By the way, do you notice that his wrist is broken from fapping so much? And then he's going to call other people incels when he has a dislocated wrist from his chronic goon sessions?
Bro, Ethan made the same fucking joke. They see someone with like an injured wrist, they make a jerk off joke. Bro, at least I can see my dick to jerk off, bro. You fucking fat fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I need a break for a second. Maybe I need a break. No, we don't need a break. Fucking. You can't call people obese anymore, can't you? So mean. I'm sorry, guys. I'm becoming too mean. Anyways, let's keep watching. Section of the internet.
By the way, this is the one subscriber to Anissa's OnlyFans that there is.
This is the last of the Mohicans.
This guy's the last of the John Meekin Gooners. All right, bring him back 5 seconds.
I hate this guy.
People are telling me don't do fat phobia. Guys, I'm not being fat phobic, okay? I'm fat phobic towards him. I don't like him. If you're overweight and I don't like you, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Dead.
Look at this guy's fucking.
Yo, he's circling me. He's like, look
He's
how
so
happy I am.
happy.
Nogzulato says Kino Casino is the reason why birth control exists. G8 says take a second to cool off. Guys, I'm just fucking around. I don't really care. I don't care if I actually was upset about this. I would not react to this live on camera. If they actually said anything that was actually like hurtful or that was true or that I feel like would be embarrassing, I would not even like watch this on camera. There's nothing that, what the fuck, they don't even know who the fuck I am. They got nothing to say. I got people that are telling me not to say anything, and I got people that are telling me to let off. So Gene Short says, let Anthony cook. So, hey. I mean, guys, look, there's nothing creative about calling someone a fat fuck. I do apologize, okay? Not to Kino. I apologize to you guys if I've offended you or hurt you. The fat dude, I don't care.
Wow. Look at me in this pause. That's fucking Kino.
Fucking face, look at how filled with glee they are that Creator Clash, a charity event, has been canceled. Like, this is the section of the internet that I'm supposed, like, I get hate by people like this on Twitter every day now. Anytime
I don't know who you are.
That's the thing is, he wishes he got hate from us and the right wing. Like, he's desperately trying to be that lightning rod.
Yeah.
It's just that no one cares about you and you're completely irrelevant. Guys, I swear, dude, I get hate just like Vosh and Destiny and I'm a big deal over here on the left. I'm a big bad dude. Who are you, Millhouse?
Sir.
Who the bro? My God, bro. And yeah, I do. Anytime I tweet something, I got a whole bunch of racists like you doing fucking beeper jokes, bro. And I'm not, trust me, I'm not trying to be Vosh or Destiny. Weird thing, the only people he knows are fucking sex perverts. Didn't Vosh get caught watching like cartoon, anime, like child porn on his computer? And Sex Pestiny, let's not get into his allegations of sexual harassment. Are those the only people you know? Are those your reference to the left, my guy? Sex Pestiny and Vosh? So that says a lot about them.
Sir, you are not that guy. You're not that guy.
I post something, I got some fucking... Thomas Jerome Newton sends 5,500 CLP and says the quartering must be angry that these guys are hiding all of his food in Canada. Are these guys in Canada? I don't even know. Are they Canadian or American? I have no idea who the fuck these guys are, guys. I do not know who the fuck these guys are. Self-freak shitting on me just because I decided to...
Talking about incels when your fucking gooning wrist is disabled due to overdrive action. You can't be talking about incels when your gooning wrist is thrown out like that, bud. Holy shit, where the fuck did you get this t-shirt, buddy? Target? I got a sense of fucking Target. More like it. Holy.
Decide with Hassan, with Brogan, with... Oh my God, bro. Where'd you get your shirt from? Target? And you're gooning too hard? That's what you guys got? I jerk off too much and you don't like my t-shirt? All right, cool. That's nice. Nisa with iDubbbz. I have now made my...
He like names all the worst people in the world.
I've sided with the worst people in the world, okay? And everybody's target is like, nobody knows who you are, man. Yeah. No one knows who you are. They don't even know who you are, bro. You can't even get a crumb of clout from the clout list there, dear sir.
I gotta see this guy Twitch.
I mean, again, like if you'd like to know, iDubbbz and Anissa do know me. I do know them, my friend. We've communicated. So, just so you know, but like, what the... Who watches this shit, bro? Like, can you imagine looking up to this guy? With Brogan, with Anissa, with iDubbbz. I have now made my...
He like names all the worst people in the world.
Oh, the worst people. I've aligned myself with the... Because as opposed to you guys, right?
With the worst people in the world, okay?
Robibi says if Peter Griffin had a podcast, he does kind of look like Peter Griffin, right?
It's like nobody knows who you are, man. Yeah. No one knows who you are. They don't even know who you are, bro. You can't even get a crumb of clout from the clout list there, dear sir.
I don't know. Ask Ethan if he knows who I am. Ask Ethan Klein, buddy.
I gotta see this guy Twitch Millhouse. Let me see.
This guy, man.
How many followers? I just got some black guy on Millhouse Twitch.
Is it his boyfriend?
I don't know.
He's blocked.
It's this.
They're making boyfriend. Oh, guys, they got a black house on Twitch called Millhouse, and look, is it his boyfriend? Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
it's I don't know.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. Anyway,
Itself like a fucking
But I just
target
love-
for these
it's
fucking.
basically like joining the Titanic after it hit the iceberg.
yeah.
It's like hearing the news the Titanic hit the iceberg and be like, we must get to the Titanic and let it I will sink upon it and die. That's this guy. That's this guy. Maybe I'll
Yes,
get it-
because that's how defending friends and being a loyal person works. I look at that's right. You know what I mean? Like I'm waiting to see if the iDubbbz and Anissa ship is gonna sink. If it sinks, I'm gonna hop off and talk shit about them on the internet. If it does well, I'm gonna stick with them, bro. It doesn't matter if the people that you look up to or that you like again, iDubbbz was one of my YouTube idols. I really love iDubbbz and I love the transformation that he's made and I love that he's growing and that he's changing and that he's owning up to the content that he made in the past that he wants to change. You know what I mean? I think that's something to be proud of. That's something to look up to someone for. So like I don't understand why what the fuck?
Attention if I die on the Titanic, Daddy. Okay.
Oh yeah. So like I'm not waiting to see what the public opinion is about iDubbbz and Anissa to make my own decision. I'm not basing my decision on what is going to get me more views, what is going to get me more traction online, what is going to get people like you, fucking weirdos like you to like me, bro. Okay? I'm going to defend iDubbbz and Anissa and Frogan and Denims and Caseytron because it's the right thing to do, because I like them as people, because I want what's best for them. Okay? It doesn't matter. And as I've mentioned, I think like this stuff has only hurt me. It is very easy to hate on Frogan on the internet. It is very easy to hate on iDubbbz and Anissa right now. If I just click again. Oops, I accidentally refreshed the page. It's okay, we'll get back to where we were. Let's just write Anissa and iDubbbz. Okay, I literally just wrote Anissa and iDubbbz on YouTube. Okay? It's over for them. 257k views, Diesel patches. Ethan reacts to Ludwig calling iDubbbz and Anissa out. 54k views 4 days ago. Tom Dark, 220k views. iDubbbz and Anissa are over. Again, Anissa Joma abusing iDubbbz for over 6 minutes straight. 135k views. Everyone just shitting on Anissa and iDubbbz, bro. Getting hundreds of thousands of views. If I care about like getting a fucking traction online and getting like new fans online, it would be easier for me to just fucking make a video saying why iDubbbz is a cuck, why Anissa is a succubus, whatever the fuck that shit is. You know what I'm saying, bro? But like I stand by my principles and I defend my friends no matter what, whether it's the popular thing or the unpopular thing to do. That's what a lot of people don't do. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people. That's why I'm okay with paying the price. I'm okay with getting made fun of on Twitter. I'm okay with idiots like you calling me out on their fucking shows, bro. If at least knowing that I did my part as a friend, as a fan of these people, to defend them. If Ethan Klein wasn't a fucking Zionist, and if people were actually like harassing Ethan on the internet, and I felt that it wasn't warranted, I would have been out there defending Ethan episode after episode on Twitter, week after week. But because Ethan is actually spewing Zionist propaganda, him and Ela, and they're going after people on Twitter, on Reddit, they're trying to sue people, whatever the fuck, I'm speaking out against them, okay? But if Ethan was a victim of someone who was doing to Ethan what Ethan is doing to others, I would have defended Ethan, bro. Even if it wasn't popular, because it's the right thing to do. Okay? And if you've seen Superman recently, maybe try to do the right thing. Not thinking about the consequences, not thinking about how it makes you look, or if it helps you, or if it benefits you, or if it gets you fucking followers on Twitter or on YouTube, or gets you extra monetization, bro. Okay? I love iDubbbz, bro, and I looked up to iDubbbz for many years. I'm gonna defend him, especially when the internet is turning on him for the dumbest fucking reason, bro. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Sorry, I lost where we were at. Let me try to find it again. Thomas Jerome Newton sends another 5,500 CLP and says, besides Pierre Polier, is Millhouse Anthony's Dr. Nick? Get it right. Unfunny John Candy. I'm fucking up the voices, aren't I? Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Nick. Veronica H. Song gifts 6 shekels just to be supportive with no message. Thank you so much, Veronica. We hope you're doing good. Okay, let me try to see where we're at with these guys again.
Everyone's us now. He just puts like a crown upon our heads, like this coronation. And hereby I crown these two the kings of masculinity online. Crown.
What the fuck? When did I say that?
Laughing online at others' misfortunes.
Did we miss a lot?
You know,
This is so horrible,
you
folks.
could-
Sorry about that.
You could just, go to a job. You could clock in, put the fries in the bag, bro. You could like go volunteer at a soup kitchen if you want to. Buddy, Target. I got a sense of fucking Target.
And look at
More
the look.
like
But I mean,
it.
if you're gonna make fun of someone's shirt, what the fuck are you wearing, bro? Like, again, I don't want to be a dick, bro, but like, come on, man. Like,
Holy.
decide with Hassan, with Frogan, with Anissa, with iDubbbz. I have now made my.
Black.
Die! That's this guy. That's this guy. The Titanic hit the iceberg and be like, we must get to the Titanic and let it, I will sink upon it and die. That's this guy. That's this guy. Maybe I'll get attention if I die on the Titanic, Daddy. Okay?
No, he's the guy who
on
went
a
in
little dingy fucking motorboat trying to get there. I'm gonna sink with you guys.
So he's the guys in that submarine that imploded.
Yeah, yeah.
He's those guys.
Free. The fuck, bro? Noxolato sends $2 and says, yet they had that alleged PDF file legal mindset. Oh, they had him on as a guest? They had the PDF file as a guest? Yeah, by the way, apparently that legal mindset guy was like, used to give people tips on how to like travel to other countries and like legally fuck prostitutes. Legal mindset. He's definitely done some pedophile shit for him to have like escaped America, I'm sure. Allegedly. Just conjecture, legal mindset. Don't come after me, you nasty piece of shit. But yeah, bro, people like these are in my mentions every fucking day, bro.
No, I don't know.
They're not. You wish that they were. This guy's performing. He's like, I'm a really known entity online.
I'm the guy.
I'm a big deal. I'm that guy. You aren't that guy, Chief.
I don't know.
You aren't that guy. I don't know. I genuinely don't know who this guy is.
I don't.
I'm not kidding.
I'm sure his takes are
Let's all hang out together. Maybe I'll figure out who the fuck you are as well. Let's all get to know each other. Let's get to know each other, my man.
awful.
Let's be
though.
friends.
Oh,
Disgusting
man.
fucking excuses of a human being, bro.
Wait, whoa, what's this? Bedtime reminder.
He needs
Your
to be
bedtime
reminded of his
is set for
bedtime is 10 p.m. But you still live with your parents, huh?
Bedtime. Go.
They think that I like actually screen recorded that clip myself, bro. This is whoever screen recorded the clip, ya حمار. Because ya bagel. Oh my god, bro. To think someone fucking like screen recorded the clip and they get like their bedtime reminder and they think, why would a bedtime reminder show up on my fucking live stream, you fucking buffoon, you fucking monkeys, you fucking donkeys, bro? Oh my god, bro. They're so fucking stupid. This is insane. Like, this is content. They're going off like nothing. They've been why is his name Melhouse? Why is he getting it? Like, none of this shit is fucking true. Everything they're saying is wrong. They've been talking about this for 10 minutes. They haven't said anything that's fucking accurate, bro. What the fuck?
Go to bed, sleepy boy.
Bedtime, baby boy. Ridiculous.
Bedtime
Imagine having a bedtime in your fucking.
Ironically, they're making fun of their fan. Whichever fan of theirs screen recorded this and sent it to them, they're like just fucking making fun of him right now for having a bedtime reminder, bro. Why would
30s like this guy? If he's up after that time, mommy's taking his tendies away.
Again, who's eating the tendies, bro? Am I eating the tendies or are you eating the tendies? Who looks like they eat more chicken tendies, my guy? Thomas Jerome Noon, is this Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb making... The dude is Salacious Crumb, the other guy. Is this Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb making fun of Anthony? Is Anthony a Jedi? I guess I mean, compared to them, I'm fucking most certainly a Jedi Knight.
Time for Betty Bye. Sleepy boy. Tony Patton for 5 cents. That's so funny. The bedtime reminder.
I'm glad they're like, this has nothing to do with my show, and they've been laughing about the bedtime thing for 2 minutes. And these are the people that we're supposed to go up against on the internet. And the problem is, like, these people.
Who told you that? He's like, these are the people.
There's 10
I
more
have to
minutes
go
of this?
against online. you know you don't have to do anything,
Sir,
right? Like,
you don't-
I have a duty to king and country to fight this screaming fat man and retard stutterer online. I have a duty to my country, to my religion, to my political affiliation. I must make a stand.
He's very much like Rush Limbaugh. Didn't Rush Limbaugh like do voices like that and shit? He's most definitely like an inspiration for this guy. Guys, I'm sorry. We have to sit through the whole thing. We don't need 10 minutes of this. But guys,
And simp for Anissa's OnlyFans today. It's like, how about you just settle
Okay.
down?
you guys
Settle
are
down.
over it, huh?
He has thrust
Let's
this
click.
duty upon you, sir.
listen, he's
The death of prayer
we're like,
class.
he's poor, he had to move out, he's broke.
I like to punish myself, folks. I want to punish myself with this stuff. You know what I mean? But that's enough. That is enough. It's unbearable, to be honest with you guys. Kino and I don't know what the fuck your names are. Kino and Kino. Who's Kino? Is it the fat guy or is it the other guy? Anyways, so that's just a taste of what I have to deal with on the internet now, folks. Fucking idiots like that. The bedtime thing, that's just fucking insane to me. The bedtime thing. Anyways, yeah, good times online. Let's check on the gaming channel. How's that doing? How's the gaming channel doing, folks? Oh, 554. Let's go. Let's go. Getting closer to 600. How long have you been streaming? That's it for the topics that we had, but I think we can react to Bad Empanada's content poop. Is anyone down to watch the content? So we've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes. I think I could do some more. Are you guys interested in the content poop? I think he said it got age restricted. Bad Empanada content poop. Have you guys watched it? Let's do the content
Refuting
poop.
his political opinions.
Let's go. It's 2 hours long. Jesus. Fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but we can watch some of it. Let's speed it up a little bit. Playback speed 125. Bad Empanada, do not sue me for copyright infringement, okay? Friend of the show, we love you. Okay, everyone's into it. Everyone's into the content poop. Let's go. All right. I might skip the first part of Ethan sexually harassing the minor from the Boston bombing because it said that.
Material here. And watch your,
I think Bad Empanada said his video got age restricted, so we're going to skip this whole part. Because I don't want to risk getting age restricted because of this, because of Ethan's disgusting comments.
What
Let's
you
go.
just watched is a video of Ethan Klein, supposed YouTube royalty, viciously sexually harassing a victim of the Boston bombing terrorist attack. She was 17 years old at the time of the attack, something that Ethan clearly knew, given that in his video, which was filmed by his wife Hila Klein, he refers to her as a juvenile, meaning child. This is the sort of content that propelled H3H3 and its team, at the time only Ethan and Hila, to worldwide YouTube
Guys, do not report me to Bad Empanada. Please, do not report me to Bad Empanada.
stardom. When people talk about the old H3H3, about how great their old videos were, about how they
Robibi, good night. Thank you for being here. Sorry, we're going to rewind a little bit for what we missed. Robibi, good luck editing your podcast episode. All right, let's continue watching Bad Empanada.
propelled H3H3 and its team, at the time only Ethan and Hila, to worldwide YouTube stardom. When people talk about the old H3H3, about how great their old videos were, about how they used to be really funny, this is the sort of content that they're talking about. Ethan and his fan
Well,
base
to be fair, to Bad Empanada, like, no, I think that video was disgusting. When I used to think H3 was funny, was some of their reaction videos were really funny. I used to like their podcasts and stuff. Stuff like that has always been disgusting. Like, I had never even fucking seen that, to be honest with you. Never seen that clip. Beyond disgusting.
has since been lying about this video. Ethan has been pretending that this was some sort of biting satire, that he didn't mean to sexually harass this woman, rather he was parodying people who are sexually harassing her. This is simply a lie for two pretty clear reasons. One, you do not parody sexual harassment by engaging in it yourself, and two, Ethan was clearly agreeing with the people who are actually harassing this woman, something that is revealed by the video's initial title, and there's nothing in the video itself that would indicate that it was meant to be at anything but the actual terrorism victim's expense. Ethan lies like this a lot, as you're going to be seeing. Now, you might think that it's poisoning the well for me to bring this up immediately at the start of this video. After all, my main disagreements with Ethan Klein don't really have anything to do with who he is as a person. The thing that actually matters to me is that he's a vehement defender of the genocidal Israeli state, and I have refuted him extensively on those terms. But the thing with Ethan is that he knows he can't respond to me on those terms, so he hasn't even tried to. So when I made videos refuting his claims regarding Israel and Palestine, he responded by pretty much immediately trying to make it personal, rather than responding to me on the merits of my arguments.
That's right, he called him ugly, called him like a pedophile, shit like that. You know, the usual shit. When you can't defend your arguments, you go for personal stuff, you go for physical attacks, stuff like that.
And the facts that I was putting forth, Ethan immediately went looking for dirt on me as a person, and he uncritically believed and spread the first rumor that he found, which was him accusing me of being a pedophile.
Here's a tweet from him. You guys will enjoy this. It says, oh, Hamas raped a bunch of babies and kids now? Where's the video evidence of it? I was looking to jerk off anyway. You think I'm kidding? That's a real tweet. That's Hassan's guy right there, boy. We love me some bad empanada.
Now, that was the first time Ethan had ever replied to me, and what he did was hold up a fake tweet to the camera and say, this is a real tweet. Now, to be clear, it's not a real tweet. I wasn't on Twitter in October 2023, something that is incredibly easy to confirm given the fact that the tweet shows that it has 4 replies, and if you search for my handle and the dates in question, there are no such replies. This tweet was made by a pro-Israel harassment organization called the Shirion Collective, who then spread it in a defamation campaign against me. The leader of this organization, by the way, was later outed as Daniel Linden, a professional pornographer who writes guidebooks for OnlyFans. So yeah, only the highest top-tier level of verification and sourcing from Ethan Klein. And Ethan was all too happy to latch onto this just to get back at someone who was criticizing him for his political views. And I think the most pathetic part of this is that he only really did this to get back at Hassan Piker. This seems to be where everything that Ethan does stems from. He has like this weird obsession with Hassan Piker. And pretty much everyone...
That's true. And like I said earlier, even the lawsuits against Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron, all of that is to indirectly get back at Hassan Piker, even to get Hassan to pay money. He wants Hassan to pay for the lawsuits, or he wants them to pay for their legal defense so that Ethan can indirectly benefit from Hassan and get to like screw Hassan over and get something from him through these lawsuits. It's crazy.
Who he attacks. He's primarily attacking them as a means of getting back at Hassan Piker.
I mean, Hassan has been glazing up this dude bad empanada.
So Ethan Klein, in the name of getting revenge against Hassan Piker, went looking for personal dirt on me, solely because Hassan Piker reacted to a single one of my videos, which, to be clear, was not even a video that had anything to do with Ethan Klein. It was about Lonerbox and Destiny. And Ethan Klein clearly thinks that it's okay to spread clearly made up shit about people, the most malicious and disgusting shit imaginable, literally accusing them of wanting to rape babies because they made a few videos refuting his political opinions, and his ex-podcast co-host reacted to one of said person's videos. Remember that when dealing with Ethan Klein, he thinks that's totally fine. Ethan has a long and sordid history of doing stuff like this. His entire career is built on little more than attacking others. He constantly derides defamation and so-called snark. Yet my first ever interaction with him was literally him trying to defame me with pretty much the worst allegations you can ever make against someone, that they're a pedophile. He's done this to plenty of other people. He's done it to the Twitch CEO Dan Clancy.
DJ Dan Nonce. Nancy. You like that? How do you say it in England, what they call pedos? Nonce? Nonce, but... Dan Nancy. That's good. And it's Nazi. It's Nazi and pedo in one. Dan Nancy.
It's not as good as you think it is.
What?
And he has also recently been bizarrely accusing the journalist Taylor Lorenz of being a pedophile because she interviewed a 17-year-old for a story, and she dared to post the video that I showed in the intro of Ethan Klein sexually harassing what he called a juvenile. Ethan Klein clearly has a warped idea of evidence. He thinks that like just talking to a 17-year-old once is pedophilia.
Anyone in the chat saying Bad Empanada is funny, he's fucking hilarious. He's one of the funniest people online, to be honest with you guys. And I wonder if he knows how funny he is.
Yet apparently him sexually harassing what he implied was a child, literally on video, isn't. And he also dedicated a number of supposedly classic H3H3 reaction videos to doing this to music producer Patrice Wilson. In his videos about Patrice Wilson, Ethan Klein literally mimicked calling the FBI on the basis that Patrice was supposedly a pedophile.
Hello? Hi, I'd like to report a crime. Yeah, my name is Ethan Klein. Okay, I just witnessed on YouTube a man raping and eating a minor.
What?
She was 8. She was only 8 years old.
The fuck, bro? I don't want to get...
This Patrice got another call. I don't know who
the FBI on Patrice Wilson for supposedly being a follow-up video in which he and Gila encouraged his viewers to call the FBI on Patrice Wilson for supposedly being a pedophile.
Wanted to call
Not sexual at all. Situations in defaming Patrice.
We need to call the FBI.
In his videos defaming Patrice Wilson, Ethan himself was the one who sexualized situations that were not sexual at all, situations involving children. He would then project this onto Patrice, often seemingly on little basis aside from the fact that Patrice is black.
Dude, that's fucked up. You know what that is a metaphor for, Hila? Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I don't want to know.
Guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but look what he's doing. Okay? Just look what he's doing, okay? It's too fucked up. It's not okay. You know,
so we're skipping this just in case stuff gets age restricted.
What happened? Patrice is unhappy. Watch out. Some kids' lives. Black.
Basically bizarre music videos for kids that seem designed to be absurd and stupid and turn them into memes. And he did, on one occasion, make a video that was actually clearly inappropriate, but Ethan and Hila never reacted to that video. In fact, the videos that they reacted to where they branded Patrice as a pedophile and literally incited their audience to call the FBI on him were not sexual at all, not in the slightest. Ethan himself is the only one who inserted pedophilic themes into them. He is the
I don't even know the story. So Ethan incited people to call the FBI on someone, yet he is accusing other people of inciting CPS calls. Like, you set the standard then. He set the precedent. Like, if he was responsible for people calling the FBI on someone, like, you fucking karma, bro.
One who sexualized the children in those videos, not Patrice. Ethan Klein's malicious and disgusting defamation campaign against Patrice Wilson almost drove Patrice to suicide, and Patrice ended up quitting the music industry as a result of this. For a detailed account of what Ethan and Hila did to him, check out the video by Paige Christie on the matter. Just like Ethan and Hila never apologized to the 17-year-old victim of the Boston bombing who they sexually harassed, they also have never apologized to Patrice Wilson or expressed any remorse for what they did. On top of that, Ethan has also...
Bro, I didn't even know that story. That's so fucked up. So everything Ethan is accusing now, he's projecting. He's accusing people of trying to get him to commit suicide and shit like that. He thinks people want him to off himself when him and he literally fucking did that to someone years ago.
But like out of the blue, accuse other people of sexual misconduct, like with Hassan Piker, which he brought up once and then never elaborated on.
He looks like he's someone at a Big Lebowski party, you know, where he...
Jackie Treehorn?
Yeah, he looks like he's at a Jackie Treehorn party. You know, fucking drunk women. Which surprisingly doesn't seem too far off from what he actually does do. Or has done, at least.
This is basically just a pattern for him. Ethan seems to love accusing people of committing sex crimes, especially sex crimes against children. He did it to me and he's done it to a bunch of other people. And this is just fucking bizarre of him to do because there is clear evidence of him on video expressing his own sexual feelings towards children. Which
Nozolato says Ethan used to encourage calls to sponsors too. Well, to be fair, he still does that now. Remember when the Twitch panel was happening? Like, oh, look at all these Chevron and Samsung, and it would be a shame if they knew what was happening at Twitch. Like he's been pushing, he's been calling sponsors for a long time. He's such a bitch when it comes to that.
No, maybe it was a funny joke or whatever back then, and I would question whether something like this should ever have been considered to be a joke. But the point that I'm making here is that there is clear video evidence of him expressing the feelings towards children that he keeps accusing others of having. You know, as far as I'm aware, the only time that Ethan Klein has ever been mentioned in the New York Times, it was to talk about the fact that he went into like a VR chat room meant for kids, or at least mostly populated by kids, and was intentionally sexual around them, to the point that one of the kids literally called him a groomer.
Well, I'm 39. Who am I to talk? I'm an adult.
This is not right time. Go. You're a groomer. You can't
I remember watching that shit, bro. I remember watching this episode, man. He was trying to mess with the kids. Now, to be fair, I don't think Ethan had any malicious intent of fucking with the kids, but he's been accusing Taylor Lorenz of like doing this on like Roblox or like creeping on kids on Roblox, when it's like, no, bro. It's the same as if someone were accusing him of actually like harassing kids here. He was acting weird. I remember he was trying to do like, I think they were trying to like get banned out of the metaverse. So he was trying to do shit to get him kicked off. That doesn't excuse what he was doing. But do I think that Ethan actually had the intent of like harassing kids or doing or being actually a creep? No, but it doesn't make it appropriate. And he goes and he accuses others of doing that. So that's the messed up part.
Where does he get off making these sorts of accusations against people, man? It's fucking crazy. By the standards that Ethan uses himself to accuse others of being pedophiles or child sex criminals or just normal sex criminals, which is literally zero evidence, nothing, then he himself could be branded one a million times over, given the amount of actual video evidence that there is of him expressing sexual feelings towards children. So it really can't be emphasized enough. Ethan Klein's first ever interaction with me, his first ever response to me, was literal defamation.
Yeah, Politics says, I remember that episode too. I was not a fan. Yeah, To be honest with you, besides all the weird shit he did with the kids, it was just a shitty, like, I hate the metaverse. I don't like metaverse content. So anytime someone's like, let's do a VR video walking around the metaverse, I'm like, no, it was shitty. It was kind of nauseating. The games are shit. The metaverse is shit in general. So any content filmed there is going to be bad. But yeah, he just made it kind of unbearable.
Malicious and disgusting kind. He literally accused me of being sexually attracted to fucking babies. To babies. This guy accused me of that based on a fake screenshot that he didn't spend even 2 seconds fact checking. He holds it up to the screen and he says, this is a real tweet. This guy.
Fucking that fat juicy.
Enough right to be incredibly angry at this person. So
fuck that shit, boy. Yeah.
I think I have more than enough right to be incredibly angry at this person. So keep this in mind here. Ethan Klein is someone who has been accusing people for at least a decade now, based on no evidence of being child sex criminals and or sex criminals. When he whines about defamation or people supposedly lying about him and how he's a poor little victim, remember that first and foremost. He has never pulled any punches on defaming others in the absolute worst, most malicious ways possible. No one has said anything about him that is even remotely as disgustingly false and defamatory as what he has said about literally dozens of other people made up out of thin fucking air. And this is something that Ethan always leaves out of his narratives regarding the people who he attacks. He always lies by omission. He never brings this stuff up. Every single video that I have made responding to Ethan Klein has been me either refuting his claims regarding politics and real-world events, or responding to malicious defamation that he has put out into the world against me. And he tries to make it out like I'm like this international criminal mastermind who is like leading some sort of cabal against him or something, which is just... I mean, the guy's not right in the head.
Because I know if he ever left Argentina, which is where the Nazis took cover, I think he would be arrested if he ever set foot in America. Like, this guy is actually a psychopath, a wanted... I know there's people lined up to get to this guy.
All of this, to be clear, because he can't refute my videos about him.
Classic
the first
moment.
video that I made about him was in response to a disgusting campaign that he was raging against a Yemeni teenager named Rashid Al-Haddad. Al-Haddad is a Yemeni influencer who uploaded a TikTok of himself visiting the captured Galaxy leadership in Yemen. This is something that any tourist could do in Yemen. You paid a fee and you could go and visit the ship. Based on this TikTok, and again, the fact that this guy talked to Hassan Piker, it all comes back to Hassan Piker. Ethan has this really weird obsession with Hassan Piker. He will defame literally anyone if they have any sort of perceived link to Hassan Piker. So because of that, Ethan started defaming Rashid as a terrorist. You know, making that sort of allegation against an Arabic man living in the Middle East is something that could very realistically get him killed. So that's a pretty serious allegation to be making based on nothing more than a video where the guy went on a tourist trip to a captured cargo ship. And Ethan, based on nothing more than like a gut feeling that he had, kept trying to accuse this guy of being a terrorist.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Melez says, he said it's illegal to be anti-Semitic in Argentina, and also it's a Nazi haven. So which is it, Ethan? Did Bad Empanada go hide out in Argentina because he's anti-Semitic and he can hang out with other anti-Semitic Nazis? Or is it actually a nightmare for anti-Semitic people who could be thrown in a dungeon for years, unaccounted for?
This Houthi pirate, I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist.
He accused him of being a member of the Houthi organization who call themselves Ansar Allah, something which Rashid could not be because he is a Sunni Muslim, not a Shia, so that's nonsensical, and kept trying to grasp at straws to say that he was a terrorist because there was a picture of him holding a gun, I guess. And he went on a tourist trip to a captured ship. And he, who doesn't speak English, by the way, once left a comment on Instagram saying, I am a soldier.
Are you a soldier? Yes.
Haley D. Tim Houthi Chalamet, our boy.
How is this evidence that he's a terrorist, Ethan?
By the way, Lizzie Rosa sends some extra insight into the metaverse stuff and says he was trying to get banned because he wants a bunch of episodes where he gets banned when you search it to hide the first time he got banned when it wasn't on purpose. And he was groping in front of kids. Oh, okay. The first time he got banned, it wasn't on purpose, and he was fingering and doing a reach around to Dan's avatar while kids were around and him going around. Oh my God. Okay, so they did it on purpose. Then they kept redoing that bit over and over again, getting banned on purpose to hide how the original went down.
What terrorist attack has he participated in? It's just all of these inferences based on next to nothing. So my first video regarding Ethan Klein was responding to this. Ethan Klein maliciously defaming someone who he sees as below him, who he sees as unable to fight back. A poor Yemeni guy who grew up during...
Yo, 138k views though, that's fucking awesome. And considering this guy, if this did get age restricted, for it to still get 138k views is pretty badass from our boy Bad Empanada.
The Saudi American genocide on his country, being attacked by Ethan for nothing more than the fact that he talked to Hassan Piker once, being branded a literal terrorist. So I responded to that. Because Ethan's wife, Hila, who is not just his wife, but also his collaborator in the H3 podcast and previously in the H3 Productions YouTube channel that made them famous in the first place, you know, she's the one who was holding the camera in that sexual harassment video. So I made a video using Ethan's own logic to argue that she herself was a terrorist, which, to be clear, there is way more evidence of than there is any sort of evidence of Rashid being a terrorist. But first, my reason for making this video was not to shit on Ethan and Hila Klein. I do not give a shit about Ethan and Hila Klein as people. That's why I totally ignored them until they started spreading genocidal Zionist propaganda during the Israeli genocide of the Palestinian people of Gaza. That's why the only time I had ever mentioned...
I mean, to be fair, guys, me too. I was a fan of H3. When they started spreading some Zionist propaganda and being kind of problematic, I stopped watching. I'm like, you know what? This is not for me. But I wasn't like actively speaking out against them. It wasn't until they started to make some very dangerous fucking statements about what was happening in Gaza that I was like, you know what, bro? I think I fucking need to say something. As an Arab who has spent a lot of money supporting these people and who has been very vocal about my support for many years, and I kept promoting their shit on my podcast year after year, I was like, I have to speak out. It was literally when they were just saying dangerous fucking shit and misinforming their audience, man. Their impressionable, very large audience. So that's when I felt like, and bro, I have my own Lebanese viewers are abandoning me now. They're fucking angry, okay? Anytime I lose subscribers, it's like old Lebanese people that were subscribed to the channel for the Lebanese content. So I gave some shit up. I made sacrifices to go after Ethan, folks.
Ethan or Hila Klein on either of my channels before this was actually to agree with them. Ironically, when they were branding the YouTuber Verge as a pedophile, at the time I didn't know about Ethan Klein's own history with pedophilic video content. The point of this video was to, well, make a simple point about how easily people like Ethan and Hila Klein brand Arabs as terrorists or other people who they see as easy targets or the demonized subjects of Western imperialism, when they themselves have skeletons in their closet that provide us with much better evidence that one of them could be considered a terrorist by the very definition that Ethan himself has been using, which, to be clear, is this.
The funny thing about me, I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it.
Okay, I'm happy to use that definition of...
So you hate the IDF, right, Ethan?
Terrorism. So in that video, I argued, using Ethan's own standards that he was applying to Rashid, that there is way more evidence that Hila Klein is a terrorist based on her service in the genocidal Israeli military. A group, by the way, that Ethan Klein himself acknowledges is a terrorist organization.
But I'll say, yeah, Israel, the IDF is terrorist. Yes, the IDF is terrorism.
Ethan and Hila tried to excuse Hila Klein's membership in this organization, usually with two arguments. One is that Israel has conscription, so she cannot be blamed for it, but this is a red herring, as you're going to see in the video clip that I'm about to play, because Hila actually started out with a role in the IDF that was very far away from the action, very disconnected from it, but she found it boring, so she volunteered for a post that was closer to the action, and then she was transferred to the illegally occupied West Bank. And she herself says that if she had been transferred to a place that she did not like, she would have found a way out of the IDF. That implies two things. She liked this new post, terrorizing people in the occupied West Bank, which is why she didn't try to leave, and two, that it's actually a lot easier to get out of the Israeli military than they're letting on, because she said herself in that interview that she could have gotten out if she wanted.
So my job was to, like, when they send officers or...
That's a good point. That's true. The fact that she wanted to stay, you know what I mean? If you have an out, if there's a way for you not to serve in the Israeli military and you choose to fucking do it, that says something about you. I'm sorry. It's like that actress, I forgot her name, Shira Haas. Was that her name? She played... Sabra in the Captain America movie. She was exempt from joining the IDF, but she insisted on joining it herself, and she became a drama teacher because she wanted to teach other IDF soldiers how to act. She didn't have to join. She was exempt. She was like, nah, I want to kill me some fucking Palestinians. I insist. I want to join the IDF. Sounds like Hila did the same thing. It's like maybe her family had some connections. Like, hey, we can get you out if you want. You want to leave? You want to not join the IDF, Hila? Or daughter, what do you want to do? I think I want to... actually, the raid in Ramallah was kind of fun. I think I can stick around a little longer. What do you think?
Like, people to go serve, I had to, like, logistically help with, like, their hotel or a room, things like that. But it was all on the computer. It just felt like some computer thing.
Right, okay. So like, secretary.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was super boring, and I really hated it. Because it was just like, I had to take a bus super early, go there, spend the whole day, go back home. I hated it. So I tried to change my role, and it was something like you can apply for it, and it's a form that you fill out, and then they're going to give you something else completely random.
Different
you have no
position,
idea.
different post,
yeah,
different location.
So I decided to do that, and if I don't like the second one, then I'll just find a way to get out of the army.
Was that bad?
Yeah, I hated everything about it. Didn't want to do it. Because if you're doing something that it felt like I wasn't doing anything, like I was just wasting my life.
Yeah,
it could get really frustrating. I don't know.
Right.
And you got to do it for 2 years.
Right.
So I filled out that form, and I tried it, and then I somehow ended up in a better place that I liked a lot more.
Ethan and Hila, paradoxically, despite the fact that Ethan himself has branded the IDF as a terrorist organization, clearly don't actually think that it's wrong to be a member of the IDF and to participate in the genocide against Palestinians.
I mean, it's a very selfish move.
Coffee lover says, Israeli Yoda, lol, get some coffee on me. Well, coffee lover, weirdly enough, I do not love coffee, but I love tea. Can I get tea with your donation? Thank you so much for the generous $10 donation, coffee lover. And I am Klein, I am. Leave the IDF, I could have, but refuse, I did. Raid home in Ramallah, I did. Join the other soldiers, I have. Much fun I had on the raid.
To decide, okay, I'm not going to do it, but everybody else will.
Like Israel as a place, the mentality of growing up there, like everybody feels an obligation to protect, to serve, to nurture this place that feels like the only place in the world.
Nurture Israel, we must. Our land, it is. That is why you fail, Ethan Klein. The insurgents will try to attack us. They will. Stop them. We must. Begun. The Clone War has.
Where they can live and be Jewish and not be like discriminated.
I mean, when you're growing up with constant terror attacks, the army is a necessity.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if people think that's a controversial statement. That is the reality of Israel. And so for one person to decide, I'm not going to do it, is a very selfish decision, because meanwhile you're not doing it, everybody else is doing it and putting their life on hold.
So it doesn't make any sense for her to be like, oh, but I didn't join of my own free will. I was conscripted. I didn't have a choice in that. When you aren't even against the IDF and what it does. The reason why Hila didn't want to join the IDF and had to be conscripted is just because it's not the path that she wanted in life. Not that she disagrees with the organization and its terrorist actions.
Yeah, it sounds like Hila has become more conservative with age, and that happens a lot. They say the older you get, the more conservative you get. So when Hila was younger on the podcast, she's like, well, it's unfair that they force people to do it. Now she's like, look at all these Orthodox Jews. They don't have to do it. Fuck them. Like, it's like, pick one, bro. I think they're becoming more right-wing. Her and Ethan are becoming more like Zionist with time. You know what I mean? That's kind of been happening to them.
Terrorists, because her husband himself said they are terrorists, by the way. So to seek moral absolution on the basis that you were conscripted, when you fundamentally agree with everything that the army that conscripted you does, when you fundamentally agree with the existence and purpose of the terrorist organization that conscripted you, is very disingenuous. Anyway, Hila Klein recounts she was forced to join. She got a post far from the action. She didn't like it, so she asked for a transfer. She was transferred to the occupied West Bank, which she had a lot more fun with. For her, it was like an adventure to terrorize Palestinians, I guess. And she volunteered to go on an illegal raid designed to terrorize Palestinians. And as a bonus, Ethan Klein also calls Ramallah, the Palestinian city of Ramallah, a terrorist city, and he calls the people who were kidnapped on this IDF raid, this raid by a group that he himself says is a terrorist group. So yeah, check it out.
I somehow ended up in a better place that I liked a lot more. Before it was a daily thing where you go back home every day, and the new one was in a way that was a base that was far from my house. So you go there for the whole week, and then you come back for the weekend.
So you preferred that? Were you gone for a whole week?
I did.
Why?
It was kind of like just more of an adventure, more of a different experience that I preferred than to just go to a boring job, sit on the computer and go back home at the end of every day. I don't know.
Were you doing secretary work there?
So yeah, I was the secretary.
Bro, it was like university for them. It's like they're all living together on those military bases. They have fun with the IDF soldiers. Let's go on a raid. You guys want to go on a surprise raid and scare some Palestinian kids? Let's put bets. If they piss themselves or pee in their sheets, I get 20 shekels. Like, what are we doing?
Secretary of the head of the, there's like a, I don't know the terms in English from the army.
Right. He was a
translate. So there was I was in Dohifat, which is like a brigade, I guess, that's in charge of the area of Ramallah.
Dohifat area, gwete sharmuta.
And that brigade has like a main officer. So I was his secretary.
Okay, so you were right below the big boy. Cool.
So it was nice. It was interesting. It was more demanding in a way, but also kind of more rewarding because you're put in this weird situation where you're like, you're away from your house. You have this new group of people that you have to get along with. And it's hard to explain, but for some reason it was more interesting. I enjoyed it more.
You told me once you went on like a mission with them to like a terrorist city.
Yeah.
That was kind of a crazy story.
Yeah, my office.
The terrorist city. Again, this is a classic clip that I can't believe we're still looking at this. I think the last time I watched the last Noah Samson video, they went over this clip again. I'm like, Jesus, we're still going over Hila talking about the raid of Ramallah. This clip has gone far. This clip has been mined.
Officers and like the soldier arrest. That's what it's like. So
Sorry, I'm going to skip. We've heard all of this a million times, folks.
Huh. Did you have a gun on you?
I didn't. Left the car once.
House with
just walking.
The Klein.
look through their shit and find guns, and
Like, I'm sorry, we don't need to hear this again.
the whole thing is really surreal.
So there is clearly way more evidence that Hila Klein is a terrorist than there is that Rashid al-Haddad is a terrorist. We have a direct confession of Hila Klein admitting to her membership in a terrorist organization, by Ethan's own standards, and vividly describing how she participated in a terrorist attack. There is nothing of the sort for Rashid. Ethan and Hila often tried to excuse her by saying that she was just a secretary, but what if Rashid was a secretary in the Houthis? Would they then say that he wasn't a terrorist? Obviously, terrorist groups need secretaries, they need logistical employees, they need people to help out with that side of the operation. Obviously, they wouldn't give him a pass on that. So why the hell should we give Hila a pass? Do you think Ethan and Hila Klein would say that an ISIS member was not a terrorist if they were conscripted? Do you think they would say that
I would only give Hila a pass, honestly, at this point, if she showed just some remorse. If they just did like an episode where she's like, you know what, let me just address those things. I would like thousands of other ex-IDF soldiers that have come forward and have been like, yo, what we did was fucked up. What we did was disgusting. And she just refuses to do so. She refuses to reckon with her past.
Houthi member was not a terrorist if they were conscripted? Obviously they wouldn't, yet they try to make special exceptions purely for the IDF and Hila. These people have no beliefs, they have no standards. It's whatever they think will get them out of trouble. That's what they will believe in the moment. They never consistently apply anything to anything. The actual fact is that Hila Klein, due to her self-admitted role serving as a secretary under the regional commander, directly responsible for terrorizing the Palestinian city of Ramallah in the illegally occupied West Bank, probably bore significantly more direct responsibility for
the table guy makes a good point. Thank you for being a member, table guy. Table guy says, it's crazy to me how Ethan has actively created so much chaos that now we're fully removed from this initial conversation / point of contention. Exactly. The CPS stuff, now the Taylor Lorenz stuff, and now the lawsuits for copyright. They have muddied the waters so much, specifically the CPS thing, that now we're almost never talking about Palestine, Zionism, the things that him and Eli are saying. It's just like, you're snark-brained and you got CPS to take away my kids. And it's just become a fucking clusterfuck. And now legal stuff and like copyright infringement and like legal whatever the fuck and iDubbbz and Anissa and the creator clash and you stole money. And he's turned it into such a fucking clusterfuck. You're very right.
Terrorist operations in the area than a random soldier did. Secretaries, to be clear, have been prosecuted for their role in crimes against humanity. There is no special exception for you just because you're just a secretary. And in many cases, what you're doing is far more crucial to the operation than what many, if not most, soldiers do. So being just a secretary is no excuse. But aside from that, she wasn't just a secretary. There are photos of Hila Klein with a beret of the Israeli Kafir Brigade, which is one of the most notorious Israeli army formations, largely dedicated to occupying the Palestinian West Bank. In order for soldiers to earn the spotted beret that Hila Klein clearly had, they must complete 8 months of combat training, including advanced training in urban warfare, advanced weaponry, fighting from armored personnel carriers, chemical warfare, and other challenges of today's battlefield. So Hila's role as a secretary already clearly qualifies her as a terrorist by Ethan's own standards. But she was also not just a secretary. She was a combatant, trained in combat, occupying land that does not belong to her country, that she has no...
These videos do well, man. Should I go back to making like not just lives, but like a standalone H3 video? Get myself 100K views? No, I'm kidding. I'm too lazy to do this anymore, man. Ever since I started live streaming, have you noticed we've not done a single pre-recorded video? The only pre-recorded videos we're dropping on the channel are clips that are just taken from a live stream. Oh, live streaming has been such a fucking change, man. We used to sit here and record for like 3 hours, and then Elijah would spend the whole next day editing. Then he would send me a draft of the podcast that I had to watch over like 2 hours, send notes, then get another version back. What a nightmare. By the way, it's Elijah's birthday today, folks, and Nour's birthday was yesterday. We got birthday twinsies.
Right to be in, and going on raids for what she described as to have an adventure. Compared to the standard of evidence that Ethan Klein used to brand Rashid al-Haddad a terrorist, the evidence that Hila Klein is a terrorist is overwhelming. That Ethan is so willing to throw out these allegations against Rashid al-Haddad, yet didn't even do like a second of introspection to think, wait, how could this possibly be thrown back at me? Maybe this applies more to Hila than to him. Shows how easy it is for him, and many others like him, to dehumanize people purely on the basis of race. The reason why they had such an easy time throwing this allegation out at Rashid is that he is Arab. It's not based on evidence, it's not based on fact, it's not based on a consistent standard, as I clearly just demonstrated, it's based on race. And that is absolutely fucking disgusting. Ethan has also said that he thinks Israeli West Bank settlers are valid military targets.
On the West Bank, like, these people are, when you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are, like, I mean, more or less valid military targets, in my opinion.
So then, what exactly is a secretary in the IDF who occupied...
I'm pretty hungry. I'm thinking of ending the stream. It's almost midnight. Or we could skip some chapters, or I could just continue the whole thing and like give it its due, because this seems like a good, well-made, well-researched video by Bad Empanada. But also, I'm not gonna lie, it's just covering so much ground that we've already covered here, that Noah Samson has covered, that Bad Empanada has covered. Like, this stuff has honestly become a little bit repetitive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I've heard, like, I can't watch the Ela clip talking about raiding Ramallah anymore. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of things that we have been over. Like, look, the UF Galon clip makes an appearance here. Look at that. Like, you know what I mean? This is well-trodden ground. I don't think we need to go over this stuff again. Let's just watch the Galon stuff.
War Crimes was a really good guy.
Just the other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about, and he fired him because they had a disagreement, and that's like so Trump coded.
Well, he was like a moderating voice in the war room.
Yeah.
And he got rid of him, or at least a more moderate voice. I don't know anything about the guy.
Just the classic clip, folks. Again, I clipped it. I clipped the UF Galon clip, folks. Still cursing them to this day. It's been months. It's been months. Look, it's still being used in video essays. Insane shit.
Recognize his picture. He looked mean.
So we're going to stop the video right here, folks. I'm going to stop the stream. Going to put some food in my belly, folks. Going to put some food in that little belly. But before I let you guys go, let me just take a second to thank. Oop, not spoiler. Spoiler alert. I'm about to thank some patrons, folks. Whoopsie. Oops, it's happening again. Whoopsie. Here. Boom. There we go, folks. Before we go, let me just take a second to thank our brand new patrons, Fab and Fujoshi Cake and Irene the Dream, and our God tier patrons, Elian Mujabir, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, and you, Watson. If you guys would like to support this channel, you can do so on Patreon. Pick a tier that's right for you, or you can do so right here on YouTube. Memberships. Look through the different tiers and pick one that's right for you. We very much appreciate your support. To everybody who contributed in the live chat today, thank you so much. And all the members, Choki, Marina Nimis, Dreadful Utopia, Haley D, as always, all of you beautiful people. Let me scroll up and find some of you. Coffee Lover, thank you so much for the $10 for the coffee or tea. Nogzolotl, thank you, as always. And did Haley just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships, folks. Haley, as always, our beloved queen. We love you so much. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my brand new YouTube gaming channel. Let's see where we're at right now. Subscriber-wise, 559. Holy shit, 559 subscribers, folks. Can we make it 560 by the end of today? Can we make it 560? And once it hits 1,000 subscribers, I can finally monetize that channel. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to do some video games. I don't think there's going to be a regular stream on the main channel. So if tomorrow you guys are down for some Dark Souls, I'm probably going to be playing, or a new game. We'll see. But there's going to be some gaming content tomorrow. So check it out. And more streams this week, more tier lists. I think there's an H3 episode happening right now. Let me see, actually. Let's see if H3 is happening right now. H3 podcast. Yep, they're live right now. Trump is burying the Epstein files and MAGA is freaking out. So they're doing news content. Ooh, look at that.
To recognize when this happens. These problems are mutually reinforcing. Now, this feels like a really good point, a really good asterisk to
he's
add.
reading ContraPoints, isn't he, huh? Couldn't help himself. Couldn't help himself.
How are we going to actually have a meaningful conversation that
He's
starts
talking
with
about
Jews are hallucinating
ContraPoints.
anti-Semitism?
Oh my God.
And that's one of ContraPoint's points, is that, like, I believe anti-Semitism is a real... So
Okay,
against
look, I'm going to check this out. We'll have something to talk about on Wednesday. I'll look through this later, calmly. Everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for being here, wherever you are in the world, whatever time code you're following. We love you very much. Have a nice night. I will see you tomorrow with some gaming, Wednesday with another main channel stream, and members and patrons, stay tuned for some exclusive stuff coming soon. We love you guys so much, and as always, do not